Needles? Man, please. I retired from those when I hung up my cleats. Why get poked when you can snack your way slim? Brain IQ chews are all natural, taste great, and keep you in the game. Shots hurt, chews work. BrainIQ.com/REF/OneLiveStew. BrainIQHealth.com/REF/OneLiveStew. Brain IQ chews. Smarter than shots, stronger than excuses. Have you ever been stranded on the side of the road, Ollie?
Yes.
It's not comfortable, is it?
No.
Dogs and poodles, if you find yourself in a jam on the side of the highway, give my folks at Bay 11 Towing a call, 404-770-6949. Again, that's 404-770-6949. Being stranded on the side of the road in Metro Atlanta is very stressful and dangerous. Bay 11 Towing is who you need to call, whether you're dealing with a flat tire, dead battery, full-on breakdown, or whatever that may have you on the side of the road. Call our folks at Bay 11 Towing, and they will get to you with a competitive rate and quicker than everybody else in town. Again, that's Bay 11 Towing. That number is 404-770-6949.
Meeting. There we go. Oh, why does that? I had a nice fire setup, man. I had a nice fire. So let's do this again. Good morning. Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart, the Two Live Stew, Sports Talk with Hot Sauce, Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Ryan is not here. We got our man, 100 grand from the big city of Albert, South Carolina, Joe Hamilton.
Big shout out, Doug.
Good
Big
morning,
shout
Joe.
out,
How
man.
you doing,
And when
sir?
you say outstanding. The big city of Albert, South Carolina sounds great to me.
Yeah,
Great.
the big city of Albert, South Carolina sounds great to you. It sounds great to me, too. Shouts out to everybody that's tuned in, watching the show early this morning. What's today's date? Today is June 22nd, 2026. Ryan is not here. He went on some magnificent golf trip. Him and Brown and a group of fellas. They went to Utah, Joe. First of all, before we even jump into that, man, how you doing, man? How's the family? How's everybody?
Yeah, Doug, I'm doing outstanding. Coming up here in less than 3 weeks, Skylar will be going up there to West Point Army.
So Skylar's your son.
Skylar's my son, quarterback, scholarship at Army. However, when we drop him off on the 12th, it's nothing about football. Mm-hmm. This is basic training. They said, and this will trip you out, Doug. He doesn't have to look in his closet. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have to pack anything except boots and a travel bag.
So your son is going to West Point to play football.
Yes.
Quarterback. But the part about, and I haven't told you I got recruited by the Citadel.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So I got recruited by the Citadel, went there for a couple of visits. And on the last visit, they started telling me, and I'm gonna go back to your son. I don't mean to try to divert.
No, man, we're chopping it up.
But the stories and what you're about to talk about, the military side of college football, those military programs. So bottom line is, they were telling the recruits that the incoming football players do everything that the other cadets do, that the quote unquote regular students do, and
Absolutely.
so. You might have a morning practice at 7:00, but if the regular cadets get up at 5 a.m. and run 2 miles around campus or whatever, you're going to do that as well.
You're going to do that as well.
Double whammy. It's like they don't get any kind of benefits. They don't get any kind of
preferential treatment.
Yeah, they don't get any preferential treatment at all. And I started thinking about it. I'm like, man, I'm near home and. The influence of people from around my hometown. And I was like, this probably is not going to work. I'm probably going to end up getting kicked out of school or something, missing all of these workouts. So, yeah, your son got to be very disciplined. You know what I'm saying?
Very disciplined, Doug. And I tell you this, I was very ignorant to some of the things you're just saying about the Citadel, about the Naval Academy, Military Academy. My horizons weren't broadened.
Right.
Until I went up there to visit the West Point and see what it entails, what that military brand, especially the Army, speaks about. Oh my goodness. Now, and what I'm trying to tell Skylar is all I have to worry about is getting my feet wet academically and just football.
Right.
So now he's going to have to do those two things and get his feet wet military-wise, just like everybody else, which you just talked about.
Yeah, and circle back around to being Father's Day this past weekend. My old man really loved the idea of me going to the Citadel, man. He really did.
I can understand why.
And I get it because they always say how if you have those types of relationships and you go to those military schools, you got, the ultimate hookups. You got the ultimate network for the rest of your life because those cats do a lot of big things in life in general. But yeah, man, how was your weekend? Let's move back to that. How was your weekend, sir?
Well, I got
Father's Day. Your Father's Day.
I got honored on yesterday like nobody's business. It's one of the best days, and I expressed it to the women, my mother-in-law, my sister-in-law, my mom, and the ladies that just prepared and loved us like we're the best thing since sliced bread. I feel that way. Listen to this menu, Doug. Chicken and waffles, shrimp and grits, regular grits, breakfast potatoes, salmon croquettes, scrambled eggs, turkey sausage, bacon, biscuit, drinks, lemonade, orange juice, coffee. Oh my God. And I checked all of them, man. And sure enough, it was cooked to order.
Oh, yes. Man, that's nice. That's nice.
Man, beautiful time.
Yeah. So shouts out to your family for hooking you up for Father's Day. I went home. I shot home. I had a free, I usually have stuff lined up or something I need to stick around town for. So I didn't this past weekend and shot home, went and saw Mom. She cooked a nice big dinner for me for Father's Day. Yesterday, I came back and kids called me. All three of my daughters gave me a call. Well, not all three of them. The middle daughter didn't give me a call. She gave me a text. Happy Father's Day. But that's a long story.
Did you feel some type of way about that, Doug?
Well, no.
Okay.
Me and my middle daughter have been butting heads for the last couple of years. And so, to get anything out of her like that, wishing me well in anything is a win. It's a win for me at this point. So yeah, man. Shouts out to Moco. This past weekend, they had the most incredible Juneteenth celebration that I've ever seen from my little hometown in Moco, South Carolina, Monk's Corner, South Carolina. Shouts out to Clifford Chapman, who's the worshipful master at Monk's Corner Lodge 323 in Monk's Corner. Shouts out to Tori Lightridge, who is the pastor at Grace Church in Monk's Corner as well. They've been doing a lot of public things and a lot of galvanizing the community. And this thing was huge, man. It was like a big festival, food trucks and, hundreds and hundreds of people came out to this thing. They had it over there in the Wall Street section of Monk's Corner for people that know what I'm talking about. And
I was thinking Main Street.
Yeah. So it was a big weekend, man, and that thing is only going to grow. I think that's the second or third year that they've had it. But it was a big turnout, man, and I saw a bunch of people I haven't seen in a long time. Did you do anything for Juneteenth?
Just told a few people happy Juneteenth. Nothing special about a program or go anywhere. But I do want to ask you this. Was it informative? Because a lot of people are saying happy Juneteenth and really don't know the history. It doesn't bother me. Right. They don't know it. So I think anytime you have an opportunity to educate our people on exactly what happened, and it's just another day, I think we need to advantage of it.
Yeah, I don't know if they had like a educational session about it because it went from I think it started at at 1 o'clock and went all the way till 7. It was over officially. It's like 6 or 7, but people were still out there hanging around, much later than that. So I'm not sure if they did an educational piece, but I know the story of Juneteenth. Right. Long story short, if you don't know the story of Juneteenth in Galveston, Texas, when the slaves were freed after the Emancipation Proclamation, those folks there in Galveston, Texas, didn't tell the slaves. They didn't tell them. And I mean, they don't have the internet. They don't have the social media, nothing back then. And so slaves kept getting up, going to work as normal. And it was 2 goddamn years. It was 2 years, and I shouldn't even be laughing about this shit. It was 2 years before the slaves found out that they were free. And that was when they celebrated. This happened in Juneteenth, and that's the story. Long story short. A lot more sinister than that, though. But yeah, that's this past weekend was very good. I want to give them a shout out to Ball Award. We usually give out Ball Awards and on Monday from the past weekend. Ball Award to Monks going to Moco, what we call it, Moco where they loco. It was great weekend, great festivities, and shouts out to y'all, man.
I want to give a quick Ball Award to Atlanta and Georgia. Why, Doug? Because this host thing they have been doing for the World Cup has been outstanding. I haven't heard about any hiccups, any fights, any mobs going on, any police distraction. It's been all about the athletes and you representing your country. And to have something like that in Atlanta or the surrounding areas, that means a lot, man. That's a whole lot, because now you want to, in 4 more years, your name to come up to head, where's the next World Cup going to be?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And when you mentioned that you didn't really do anything for Juneteenth, that's one thing I thought about, was that there's probably going to be a ridiculous amount of traffic in downtown. First of all, if you're not from Atlanta, you probably heard our traffic is ridiculous.
Yes.
Like it's so ridiculous. And that's the only thing I still haven't gotten used to, being in this city for 30 plus years, 31 years exactly, is this traffic is ridiculous. So do you have Juneteenth combined with World Cup action, people in town for World Cup all over the world? I just knew downtown this weekend probably was a nightmare. So it was probably a hassle for people to get around. Tree saying no. Pop on, Tree.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning,
Hi,
Tree, the producer to the 2 Live 2. Good morning.
Hi.
But there wasn't a bunch of traffic and ridiculousness going on downtown?
It was very bizarre. It was low-lying. It was easy. I want to say that the MARTA train, I could smell bleach. I could smell sanitizer. It is so fucking clean. I've never been able to see out of a window on a MARTA train. The traffic was fine. The streets were flowing. They closed down so I got the free ticket because I wanted to go investigate. So I got the free ticket to the little village thing. I keep calling it the Olympic Village. But at a certain point, the free people couldn't get in anymore. The only thing I had to do was go buy a bag. I couldn't bring I had to have a clear bag, but it was not whatever we thought. It was not. And I remember when the Olympics was here, it was the same way. Everyone was bracing themselves. And I had worked at Georgia Baptist. I had to go in town and it was never traffic. So I don't know if we could just keep saying this to keep things like this, but yeah, very impressive the way everything is looking and feeling. Shout out to Andre.
Yeah, shouts out to Andre Dick as mayor of Atlanta, Georgia. I remember when they were doing all of this road construction over there on the west side of town.
Right.
People were complaining about that. They stopped they cut off a whole part of 285. 285 is like a circle around downtown Atlanta. And so in the western part of that circle, 285, they shut down traffic over there, blocked traffic over there for like 2 days, one particular weekend. And so everybody was worried about it being a lot of, traffic and ridiculous, traffic throughout the entire city. And it sounds like I haven't heard that from just Tree, but I've heard that from other people that it's not been as bad as we thought it was going to be.
And that's right. And what you're going to do, I know you've heard this statement from our parents. We got guests coming over, straighten up the house, straighten up the room.
Right.
So we knew we were hosting and we knew we had to put our best foot forward and it sounds like that's happening, and I'm so very proud.
You know what else I heard too, as well? And you're watching the Two Live Stews, the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Heisman Trophy runner-up, should have won the damn thing. 1999. Joe Hamilton joins me today. Ryan is out. We're gonna get into a bunch of great stuff. But you know what else I heard too? I heard that the homeless people have somehow gone to a very minimum. Trees testifying to that too as well. So I think what the city did probably is what they did in Detroit. I can't remember which year they had the Super Bowl in Detroit. The city came around, man, and they gave people one-way tickets, the homeless people one-way tickets out of town. I don't know ethically what I think about that, but it sounds like, because I've heard from several people, they haven't seen any homeless people. They haven't seen any vagrants or anybody like that. like the city is just totally different than it was a couple of months ago, and most people think it's because of the World Cup coming to Atlanta. Oh, man, excuse me. Shouts out to WGPR 107.5, Hot 107.5 in the D in Detroit, Michigan. Hollywood coming up a little bit later with the Hollywood Report. She's going to talk about the biggest things going on in the world of entertainment. Last 48, the biggest memes in the 2 Hours Tunes Facebook chat group. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the show. We would greatly appreciate it. And if you'd like to donate to the show, you can do that. Look to the bottom of the chat. To the right, there's either a dollar symbol or a heart symbol, and you can donate to the show. All right, today's day is June 22nd, 2026. Check out our folk Pee Wee Shine on Spotify and Apple Music. You just saw it. When we get back from the break, we're going to talk some World Cup, some soccer. I mean, and really a general conversation, Joe. I asked you in the pregame that they have a soccer team at your high school. If you're new to the show and you've never seen Joe before, Joe grew up in the town right next to our town, me and Ryan's town of Moco, his town of Alvin, South Carolina / Macedonia, South Carolina. Did they have we talked about it, they didn't have a soccer team at your high school when you were growing up, right?
No, it wasn't popular for African Americans.
Right. That's saying even
if they would have had one, I don't know if we were to play it, because that in baseball, we were saying that that's not our sport.
Right. We were. And I've been doing a lot of stuff in the chat group and asking these questions about soccer, because I've never tried to perpetrate that I am a big fan or that I know anything or the history and all of that. All I know is from soccer before this World Cup in Atlanta, which I've watched a lot of it, is Pele. That's all I know is Pele from 40 years ago or whatever, man.
I don't want to call you on the carpet, but goodness, you didn't know who Cristiano Ronaldo
I knew the name, but I couldn't tell you who he played for. None of that like that. I just couldn't. I'm going to keep it real. But we're going to talk a little bit of soccer. We're going to have some fun with it, some football. We're going to have some fun with it when we get back from the break, all right? So don't go away. This is the 2 Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart. Joe Hamilton filling in for Ryan today. Don't go away. Keep it locked. You've been
I got a PSA to all golfers. It's your boy, 1 Live Stew, Ryan Stewart. Y'all listen up. If you love golf and you love giving back, this one is for you. On August 14th, 2026, that's right, this year, the Safari Sportsman Club is hosting a big charity golf tournament at Crystal Lakes Golf Course. And yes, of course, the 2 Live Stews will not just be hosting that tournament. We're playing in that tournament too, shorty. Y'all pull up on your boys. Great course, great people, even better cause. If you want to play, sponsor, or just get the details, hit our guy Gregory Jackson up at 678-761-5937. That's 678-761-5937. Gregory Jackson. Or you can email info@stjameslodge4.org. info@stjameslodge4.org. Lock it in right now. August 14th, we'll see you on the course.
Welcome back to the show. Doug Stewart, Joe Hamilton. The 2 Live Stew Sports Talk with hot sauce, Texas Pete hot sauce. So Team USA is off to a fantastic start, beating Australia 2-0. after opening the tournament with a 4-1 win over Paraguay. So we scored 6 goals. All right. We scored 6 goals, which is a lot. If you were to ask me, I would say that's a lot of goals because a lot of times these jokers don't score nothing. They be having 1-1 games and whatnot. So the Americans will score 6 goals once ago again, putting themselves in excellent position to win Group D. Do you understand the groups and how they do this group thing, Joe?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
And what happens, I love the fact that the United States, they have 6 goals against 1 being scored on them.
Mm-hmm.
So they take that into account. So your point differential is +5. So that's why it means sometimes that if you don't score, that's not good at all. You want to be blowing some people out to have some little bit of wiggle room.
Right. Okay. All right. Germany has advanced to the knockout round, rallying to beat Ivory Coast. I watched that entire game, and you talk about this. And listen, I'm gonna keep it real for you. I'm rooting for all of the black teams. I mean, that's just average. That's just normal, right? I mean,
yes.
I think if we're not really big fans of soccer, of the sport, and we see a team full of brothers, we're gonna root for them. All right. Yeah. Then they from the motherland or whatever. Ivory Coast was up in this game, man, all the way up to like 4 or 5 minutes left. So I've learned that it's 90 minutes, it's 45 minutes on each half. Sometimes they'll add some minutes for penalties and injuries or whatever the case may be. So they'll add 6-7 minutes. Ivory Coast with like 87 minutes left or 87 minutes played, like 3-4 minutes left in the game. These jokers end up giving up like 2 goals, man. I'm like, oh.
Because it's one of those things like when the going get tough, the tough get going.
Right.
It's almost like in basketball in the under 5 minutes, under 3 minutes that it's go time. You're going to put on a full court press. So that's what happened to Ivory Coast. They wasn't ready for the attacking and the skill level of Germany.
Yeah.
Bottom line.
The Netherlands made a statement hammering Sweden 5-1 in control of Group F. Japan might be the big surprise. They beat Tunisia 4-0. I think that's the way you pronounce that country. What else? Spain finally broke out offensively, crushing Saudi Arabia 4-0 after a disappointing 0-0 draw in the opener. So, Joe, I mean, bottom line, man, how much attention have you been paying to this World Cup? It's a little added emphasis for us because we're in Atlanta, and this is kind of like the central station for the World Cup, even though they're playing these games not just in a bunch of different cities in America, but they're actually playing games in Canada as well. So I guess it's North America. How much of this stuff have you been consuming?
All of it. Absolutely. All of it. What I do is I look on ESPN and see what time the games are coming on, whether it's 12, 3, 6, or 9 at night. And I pay attention. And why I'm trying to learn the science of soccer.
Right.
Because like you said, I didn't grow up knowing it like basketball and football. So I'm listening to the announcers. I'm listening about time of possession, the passes, the kicks. I'm learning about all those things. And what I've said to my son yesterday and the day before, this is the biggest event that we've had, that we sports-wise, isn't it?
Right.
Because some people might say the Super Bowl, but that's not every country.
That's kind of our thing.
That's right. Right. So it might be compared to the Olympics a little bit, but I think it's bigger than that right now with the excitement for every country.
Yeah. The flopping. This is something that I talk about. I posted this, so I got this little thing going on in the 2 Live Stews Facebook chat group. Is it me, or is there an overabundance of dudes falling out, flopping around like fishes in this soccer? Then they get up 2 minutes later. You remember when Paul Pierce, in one of those playoff games, many years ago, Paul Pierce acted like he died. I think I can't remember what the injury even was, but he flopped around the floor like he was dying. They brought an ambulance out there on the middle of the floor, took Paul Pierce out, and then this joke could come back the second half and play like nothing was going on.
That was against your team.
We don't take kindly to that, but there's a lot of that flopping stuff going on in soccer, man. What's your thoughts on that?
I don't want to hear it from us. And this is the reason, because that's what SGA's been known for. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Right.
I saw a lot of flopping against the Spurs, against the Knicks. So we do it in basketball a lot. So when we see it on the big stage, when somebody's watching their country play soccer or football, I can't be so upset about it because we have a tendency to flop as well.
Yeah. Does the World Cup have, in your thoughts, like you think there's more pressure for these guys than there are for the teams and the players that make it to the Super Bowl here in Atlanta? We kind of touched upon that a little bit. Like, this is a big thing, and I understand it's a big thing. I understand the enormity of the World Cup. I totally get it. Do you think that the pressure in the World Cup for those guys is as much as it is for teams playing for a Super Bowl here in the U.S.A?
No, the Super Bowl trumps it, Doug, big time.
Okay,
and here's
why you say that?
Well, because there is moral victories in soccer, especially for the world. Some teams, they just make it to the knockout round. That's 2 thumbs up.
Right.
They felt that, this is we maxed out and we can't go any further. So their fan base is going to be excited about that. Now the big guys like Spain and Germany and hopefully us now, and I'll present you this question. How successful are we not? We are right now being the USA. Are we satisfied? Because this is the furthest we've been in a long time. So
as far as the point total and everything, yeah. Exactly. Yes.
So are we going to give ourselves kudos, or now we're going to be a little bit more greedy about how far we can take this thing?
Well, I mean, I'm rooting for USA no matter what.
No, I know we're rooting,
right.
but it could be a moral victory that I'm proud of them, even though we didn't win it all. I'm still proud of.
Nah.
In football, it doesn't happen that way as far as Super Bowl.
You know what?
I don't win or you lose.
I don't like those sentimental victories. I got into a back and forth this past weekend with a dude in the Atlanta Hawks, in an Atlanta Hawks fan group. And he came on talking about Ricochet and how we should give him some time to develop, and he's not that, he has a lot of upside and we should stand by him. And I said, you know what? I responded to the guy. I was like, that's the problem we have in this city. If you're just picked up the show, we're based in Atlanta, Georgia. That's one thing I've noticed in Atlanta and southern sports towns. I'm going to talk about Atlanta. In Atlanta, man, we don't hold the organizations, we don't hold the players, we don't hold their feet to the fire like they do in other cities. The only mechanism, the only way you can contribute to the sports culture is by booing or cheering. Okay? But we seem like, as a fan base in this city, we seem like we got this Southern hospitality thing intertwined in our opinions and our thoughts about sports teams. No, Ricochet has not been getting the job done. He is not the number 1 pick in the draft. Hell no. And then, we'll give him time to develop. We don't have time to develop. When you get picked that high, there are expectations. What are your thoughts? You agree with me on that?
I totally agree. You couldn't say it more better or smoother than you did. You got a little attitude about it, and I like that. Doug, Victor Wembanyama, he's not getting the pass. Anthony Edwards, he was the number 1 overall pick.
Right.
Are we supposed to be patient, or did those fan base say give them time?
Right.
It's only here that we want to say, hey, make excuses.
Right.
Now, they would say that was a weak draft with him and the guy that went to Washington.
Right.
Okay, but no. He has not lived up to the billing, and he can't even crack the starting lineup.
Yes.
So,
right. And my point is, in other cities, other big-time sports cities, they don't give players and organizations, and the other part of it is organizations, by making bad moves, by making bad draft picks, by making bad trades. Like, we always give these front offices in this city, in Atlanta, we always give them the benefit of the doubt. No, y'all been doing a lot of shitty things over the years. We need to complain. We need to scream out from the highest mountain. Y'all are screwing this up, man. Get your act together. But no, it seems like they'll do something stupid. They'll do something bad, and we let it go. and we move on and we don't criticize. The damn Falcons lose 4, 5, 6 games in a row, and we still like, oh, it's gonna be okay. No, damn it, it's not okay. In New York, they don't tolerate that. In Boston, they go off. They go hard on their sports teams. We too soft down here, in my opinion.
In the other cities, they don't get too attached to their athletes that they can't make a great decision if they have to move on.
Right.
Just like what you're saying, if we're so attached and we have to, leave or cut or trade somebody, we don't do it. And if we do it, it's 2 or 3 years too late.
Right.
Trey Young should have been moved 2 years ago.
Right. 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 You and Ryan agree on that.
Yes.
Yeah.
No doubt about that.
Yeah. So he's he's in the news as well. And we're going to talk about the Atlanta Hawks a little bit more later. But I'm telling you, man, this soccer thing, if there was soccer at your high school when you were growing up,
yes,
do you think that you would have played, or no, it was all football? It was, that's all we really know.
I would have played
Right.
because anytime you have a sports organization, team, that's my favorite type of thing.
Right.
And especially if my friends like, let's go out there and play soccer. Absolutely. And it's a difficult sport.
Right. Now, I found out in the pregame show this morning that your wife actually played basketball at Georgia Tech. So y'all got straight athletes in your family.
Yes.
Your son is about to go play college football for, Army, West Point. Have you gone to any of these Atlanta United FC games?
I have not been to one of them.
Okay.
No, I have not been to one of them, but I've tuned in and I watch it just like a sporting event. Because I think it comes at a great time where you don't have to choose. I don't have to choose Atlanta United against football.
Right.
I don't have to choose that against basketball.
Right.
So it's almost like it's coming up the perfect timing where I don't have anything else to watch.
Right.
And I can tune into it.
You know what? And I kind of like the same thing. And I think most people are probably the same way. When the NBA is over, or not until the NBA is over, we really can't get caught up in the baseball, into Major League Baseball. That's right. Because the season is so long in Major League Baseball. It's hot. It's the summertime. You're doing things like Tree says, you're outside. So a lot of time is not devoted to sitting around watching, baseball, and they got 162 game schedule. You're like, I'll watch baseball. I'll watch Major League Baseball when October comes around, when the playoffs comes around. You might be right, man. Maybe this might spur a lot more interest in Atlanta FC in soccer here in this country. And maybe they'll start to get a lot more viewers and a lot more participation and following.
It can only help. I mean, the electricity, you can feel in the stadium. The electricity you can feel around the state of Georgia and definitely the city of Atlanta. You would be just a hardcore to not say, hey, man, this is a good feeling. These guys are excited. They take pride in what they're doing. They're not just going out there grab-assing, so to speak.
Right.
They take it seriously, very seriously. And the respect level I have for soccer players is somewhat like I have for hockey players.
Why is that?
Because they're doing that what hockey players are doing with skates. You know how athletic you have to be to run around and hit that puck, and with the speed and the agility. That's why I respect it. And the reason I respect soccer so much because I love basketball.
Right.
So they're doing everything that I can do with a basketball with my hand. They're doing with their feet.
Yeah.
Very impressive, brother.
Very, very impressive. These jokers do a lot of running. They do a lot of running. They do a lot of falling out and fake ass crying too, but they do a lot of running. I imagine, man, you have to be in tremendous shape to play soccer because it's continuous. There's really no timeouts for the most part, unless they get a penalty card or somebody gets hurt or whatever for a half a minute or so. So it's continuous. So I understand in soccer something, all you need is a ball. That's why it's not a lot of equipment and whatnot that you need. That's probably why it's one of a sport that most countries can pick up and do at a high level. You don't need a lot of money to have a soccer game as a kid. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need anything.
Right.
Basically, you just need a park.
You're right. You just need a park. Right.
And it's one of those you can work on, like basketball. If your coach would tell me, or my coach would tell me one time, we're not going to bring the basketball out today. Because everybody wants to get in the gym and just shoot 3-pointers and dunk and all that. But today we're going to work on passing. Today we're going to work on sliding our feet and making sure we get down in an athletic position. So when you play soccer, you don't have to necessarily have that goal to kick it on. You can just work with your footwork and dribbling and passing that way. So that's what I love about soccer, that you can just pick it up and kind of work on your skill set without just having a goal.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very good point. I never really thought about it like that. You're exactly right. So I'm rooting for USA, obviously, but then secondarily, I'm rooting for any team with a bunch of brothers on it, obviously. And I don't know. I think this thing might have a lasting effect, and it might inspire a lot of these kids that are watching right now that are young. And the World Cup comes around. What do they do it every 4 years, I believe? And as far as the we now have soccer in this country, professional soccer league here in this country. Do you think that this is going to lead to us, getting better? It seems like every time the Olympics come around or the World Cup comes around, we say that this is the year that America's going to take that next step and they're going to be able to compete more. We've gotten better over the years because we're more entrenched in the sport. We're doing more development as these kids grow up. We should have better players. We should be able to compete. Do you think this is going to lead to even better play out of U.S. soccer?
Oh, absolutely, Doug. Because normally the World Cup is in another country.
Right.
To have this thing this close, this tangible, it seems like a game's on every single day. Why can't you be attached to it?
Right.
And to see guys look like you performing, being on the national stage, and one thing it will do, even if you don't play for U.S.A, you can play for another team. You can get recruited because of what you did in the World Cup. Because you was on a big stage and you showing your talent, that might set you up to get a long-term deal somewhere else, no matter where it is. And I'll say this to you, Doug. Yeah, I'm rooting for the brother, and I want the brothers to do well. I'm all about superstar power.
Right.
So Messi and Ronaldo, Pulisic, all those guys are Mbappe. Anybody with big names, I want to see them play.
Right. All right. Thank you for joining your boys, Doug Stewart, Joe Hamilton, filling in for Ryan Stewart today. This is the Two Live Stews. When we get back from the break, it's great to have you here. Me and Ryan had a long discussion about this last week. But the Brendan Sorsby story, quarterback out of Texas Tech, big controversy. He's a gambler. He's an addict. We're going to get your thoughts on that story, but there's kind of some new developments. We want to get the second place in the Heisman Trophy, 1999, Joe Hamilton's opinion on this whole Brandon Sorsby story. Don't go away. Two Live Stews, Sports Talk with Hot Sauce. I don't know how much you saw of our conversation, Joe, but
the whole thing.
Okay, good. We're very strong about that. I want to get your opinions on this guy Sorsby. Should he even be able to play?
Are you tired of workouts that leave you feeling drained? Do you want to push your limits without compromising your health? Introducing NPE, the ultimate pre-workout powerhouse. NPE is packed with natural plant-based ingredients that fuel your body and mind. We're talking about sustained energy, enhanced focus, and accelerated recovery. All this while giving your immune system a powerful boost. But NPE doesn't stop there. It also stimulates circulation, enhancing blood flow throughout your body. And it doesn't just improve your workout performance, it also boosts fertility and sexual drive in both men and women. Whether you're a seasoned athlete or just starting your fitness journey, NPE is here to help you reach new heights. Don't settle for sluggish workouts. Unleash your inner athlete with NPE. That's natural performance energy. This is not your ordinary pre-workout supplement. Our clients will tell you NPE also stands for natural power, peak performance, every workout.
Welcome back. It's the Two Live Stews, Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart. Ryan's out today once again. Joe Hamilton joins me on the show, and appreciate you, Joe, man. I appreciate
fantastic.
I appreciate the fact that you come to your boy's rescue, man, at the drop of a dime, sir.
That's what boys do, man.
Yeah.
Especially low country's finest.
Right. I asked you earlier, you got your little golf shirt on. I asked you earlier, had you been playing any golf lately? No, not at all, huh?
No. I need to go to the range. I can take more pride before I get out there and hack away. I have a rule now that I'm not going to pay over $50 or $60 to play golf if I don't improve my game.
Right.
Bottom line.
Joe,
that's one of the most terrifying things to me, and it upsets me big time that if I'm paying $50 to $60, which is not that expensive, but then I go out there and butcher the course, I don't have an attitude for the whole entire day.
Joe, listen, man, that's one of my biggest pet peeves with golf, man. With these guys I play with, man. Joe, you know how expensive golf is, and we're gonna get to.
Man.
And speaking of golf, shouts out to Wyndham Clark, who won the 2026 U.S. Open Championship this past weekend, finishing at 4 under par to secure his second career major title at Shinnecock Hills. The ball award to him on a Monday. Joe, one of my pet peeves is golf is very expensive if you don't know. People that play golf know it's very, very, very expensive. On an average to below average course, you go pay $30, $40, right, Joe? Is that average? On a what you would call good course, what most of these people would call a good course, you paying between $75 and $100, right?
Yes.
To play on a great course, you talking about $150 to $300 that cats be doling out to play golf. If I'm going to shoot a 95, I don't want to spend nothing over $25.
Thank you, Doug.
I don't understand this.
I thought when I was saying that you would have disagreed with me, but it seems like you were on the same page with this one. There's no way. I'm going to immediately ask, how much does it cost? What are the conditions of the course, meaning that is it a tough course? And then I'll decide what I'm going to play. You remember we were just talking about in soccer that you can just grab a ball and find a park and go play. Man, in golf, how many you got to find balls, which are expensive. You got to get clubs, and you don't want to get the beginner clubs because they're eventually you're going to have to get another set. So it's a lot of things going into golf that you can't just pick up and work on your game. And you have to practice and go to the range. You have to pay for that.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, it's so freaking expensive. And
But
I don't want to go out there and be a hacker, just like the term you use. I don't want to go out there and be a hacker and shooting 95, 105. Like, I feel like if I'm going to spend $100 on a course, first of all, I don't want to spend $100 period on a round of golf. But if I spend $100 on a round of golf, I need to be shooting in the mid 80s.
Yes.
At the minimum.
Yes.
At the minimum. Brandon Sorsby, the Big 12 escalated the fight by filing a federal lawsuit against Brandon Sorsby and his attorney, seeking confirmation that it has the authority to enforce conference bylaws and punish member schools that violate conference rules. The lawsuit specifically targets efforts by Texas Tech and Texas Tech attorney General Ken Paxton to prevent the conference from taking action if Sorsby plays in 2026. So, Joe, you know the story about Brandon Sorsby, played for Cincinnati, got in the portal, came to Texas Tech. He actually was somewhere else as well. I can't remember the third place that he's been at. But long story short, this guy got caught spending over $90,000 in wagers. Literally, I think they said he had like 900 plus bets.
9,000.
9,000 plus bets.
Yes.
9,000 bets over a period of years. And the NCAA wanted to suspend him. Him and his attorney went to court. They got an injunction. They ruled that he'll be able to play. What's your thoughts about the whole story? Most people understand about the details of the story. What are your thoughts about him suing to come back and play college football? Texas Tech's position on this entire story and his position on this story. And the idea that he's going to go into the supplemental draft, and a lot of people are saying he's going to be no later. They're going to give up no later. Teams are going to give up no later than a second-round pick on this guy. What's your thoughts about the whole story in general?
He's very, very talented. All right, Doug, very talented. I'm torn a little bit, and I'm not going to do this to you because we don't stand on the fence. What happened to being the world of second chances? What happened to that?
Right.
What happened to giving these young athletes grace? When he was first made his first bet, he was a freshman.
Mm-hmm.
And I do know this. There are some non-negotiables. Domestic abuse.
Right.
All right. I mean, you probably don't stand a chance that something's going to happen if you happen to have put your hand on a woman.
Mm-hmm.
Cheating, as far as blowing games or
right.
Falsifying,
fixing games. Right.
Thank you. Fixing games.
Right.
Now gambling on your team. I know when I was in the NFL, they have so many people come and talk to you about it. It's an absolute no-no. Right. He's heard about this all the time. He knows better. But my stance is this, Doug. What happened to mentoring him? What happened to getting him some rehab help and not throwing him out to the wolves?
Mm-hmm.
That's what my stance is.
So we talked about this, and you said you heard our stances. To reiterate our stances, and my stance in particular is I'm all about second chances, but not for this guy. This guy had 99,000 bets, bet over $90,000, have been doing this for over years. And I understand him maybe going to some type of gambling, anonymous rehab type situation or whatever. But Joe, the quantity of the bets that he's made, knowing that it was wrong, I don't believe that he can be rehabilitated. Now he may be able to be rehabilitated. I'm gonna let you go after I say this. He may be able to be rehabilitated, but the NFL and professional sports in general are based on truth, on what you see out on the field being real. And the minute that he throws an interception, where most people say, wow, that was a strange interception. There was two guys in coverage, covering this particular receiver. Why did he go to him? The minute he throws an interception, the minute he fumbles the ball and loses possession, then fans and everybody in general, not just fans, are going to say, hey, did he do that on purpose? Does he have a wager on this game for them to lose, and he's trying to control the outcome of this game by turning the ball over, by fumbling, by an interception? Like, you're always going to have in your mind that this guy might be doing something shady because he's probably not beat his addiction of gambling, and he's got money on this. What are your thoughts on that?
That's an excellent point, Doug. And it's going to hurt his draft status because the NFL teams and the GMs, and especially the owners and the fan base, they're not going to want that every time something happens with my team, I have to worry about was it fixed in.
Right.
No, they don't have time for that. But you mentioned how many times that he has done this. It's clear that he has a problem and an addiction, and I totally agree. But at what point do you say that it's just like any other shortcoming?
Right.
For instance, if you sit there and you get 4 or 5 tickets for speeding or racing, how many times are we going to give you for that? Are we going to separate it? So that's my thing about we separate the mishaps like one is big or greater than the other. And in some cases there are, but I still go back to the fact that these are young kids, young adults.
Right.
Are we just going to throw them out all the time? Or are we going to try to get help?
Yeah. I don't know, man. And I understand what you're saying, and I'm kind of torn about this, and you're watching it too. I get what you're saying. I just think the amount of wagers that this guy has done over the years, the money is not that much money. It was $90,000 they said in sports wagers over the years. But the quantity, like I played college sports, at a low level, not to the level that you did. I played college sports. During the season, you don't have time to do nothing. When did he have time to make over 9,000 bets? When?
He had a bookie. He had an in-between guy.
But what I'm saying is, when most gamblers, especially gamblers to this depth, they do some research.
Oh yeah.
They're giving some attention to the numbers. They're trying to figure out the odds and trying to make the best bets that they can. You couple that in with going to study hall, with going to 2-a-days in August, with all the meetings, with all the post-game meetings, with all the extracurriculars, the weight room. You couple that in. When did he have time to make this amount of bets?
That's a great question. What if I presented to you, Doug, that this is the first time he got caught?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so there's one thing about getting slapped in the wrist or given a second chance, and there's another thing about somebody that's been constantly telling you that you're doing wrong. The next time we're going to do this, or the next time we're going to kick you out of school.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that he got found guilty thousands of times.
Uh-huh.
This is the one time that he got caught on the carpet, and he got punished for it, or he was going to get punished for it.
Right.
I don't think seeing those 90,000 bets is seeing him as a repeat offender.
Yeah.
Because he hadn't been warned or he hadn't been punished.
Right.
Now, he knew it was wrong. Absolutely, he knew it was wrong, but he didn't know he didn't get punished for it.
Yeah. The Big 12 argues that allowing Sorsby to play without consequences and has emphasized his rehabilitation and personal growth since the gambling violations came to light. So they're saying that it could undermine the trust among other member schools and weaken the enforcement of conference rules. So this is a big story. And once again, as I said earlier, they're saying that this guy in the supplemental draft is going to be no lower than a second-round pick. So he's a big kid, but he's real athletic as well. He's like 6'5", yes. I think, 220 pounds. But he runs well. Yeah, he got a cannon of an arm. And this is kind of where ethics come into play as well. Like, do you do the right thing and giving the guy a second chance, or do you do the right thing? It depends on how you determine what the right thing is. Do you do the right thing and to protect the sanctity of the sport, the image of the sport, do you not let this guy play? You know?
I think it's easier not to let him play.
Right.
And it's a tough decision to say that this is a young kid, I'm going to help him out. And that's what I think that, Cincinnati was trying to do. Mm-hmm. I mean, Texas Tech, excuse me.
Right.
They was trying to say, he's a great player.
Uh-huh.
We're willing to take that risk and what he could do on the football field for us, and especially if we get him help. Mm-hmm. And there's another thing that I heard Coach, the Texas Tech coach say, that I sat down and talked to this young man. Mm-hmm. It's something about being in his face and seeing his body language, whether you think he's telling the truth, whether you think he's remorseful. Now, I know people can still have a stoic face and lie. I know those things can happen. Right. But you still want to sit in front of this guy and ask him the tough questions about what's about to happen.
Yeah. And Joe, what's the Texas Tech coach wants to win football games? I mean, let's be honest. Yes. Let's be honest. He wants to win football games, and this guy, they probably don't have a better option on the bench to help them win football games than Sorsby. I think a lot of this really comes down to that. Is Texas Tech wants to win football games, and I think a lot of that's going to come into play with this supplemental draft. Yeah, it's a big rule in sports, in professional sports, that you can't gamble, because once again, if you can't trust the reality, if you can't trust that everything is going on in the field is real, all right, and not questionable or not in a position to be questioned, then you don't have anything. And we're going to find out in this supplemental draft who says that I don't care about what he's done in the past. I don't care that he made an incredible amount of bets in the amount of time that he had to make bets. We need to win football games, and especially in the pros. I think to the pros, it's a larger degree of that conversation. In college, these are undergrads, these are young guys. But in the pros, this is their business, and I think that they're going to overlook all of this. Somebody's going to overlook all of this. And if this kid is that good, they're going to make a draft pick. They're going to draft him.
Well, you're going to have to pay a price if you want to draft Sorsby, because in the supplemental draft, you have to give up a pick. Uh-huh. I mean, it's just not you can go draft him. You're going to have to sacrifice some things to go ahead and draft him. Right. So I'm thinking that all these teams that he's the possibility of going to, they're going to vet him. They're going to ask the tough questions, and they're going to be sure about it.
Right.
And I know the answer to this, Doug, but I have to answer this. I wanted your answer. Domestic abuse, is that automatically off your pro team?
No, and it's crazy. I would say
because
no.
I would see that as more egregious than gambling.
No, I think gambling is about their money. I think domestic abuse, as bad as it is, domestic abuse is a character thing, okay? But there's a lot of guys with bad character in pro sports. When you're talking about gambling, you're talking about the fundamental essence of sports. Like if you believe that something is manipulated, that's why they were so hard on the Patriots. If you feel like something is manipulated and the games aren't real and everything ain't on the up and up, and you feel like that your team is throwing the game or your team is doing something to cheat on the game and you're cheating the other teams and the other team's fans, in effect, that goes more to the core of the business.
Yes.
The business has to be real, in my opinion.
Totally agree.
Now, don't get me twisted. Don't get it twisted. Domestic abuse and other off-field issues that players have are big, but that's a personal thing.
Well, I'm just not talking about off-the-field issues, which there are a lot of them, specifically putting your hands on a woman.
Right.
Normally you don't come back from that.
Right. What was the running back name from
Ray Rice?
Ray Rice. Ray Rice comes to mind. He never really came back from the incident he had where he was choking his girlfriend or wife in the elevator. He really hadn't recovered from that. So, I mean, I think they get punished, but I think to the degree of I think it's right what they do with people that conduct domestic abuse. They get suspended usually. They might even get fined. I'm not 100% sure about that. But when you're talking about an issue, an infraction on the field, I just feel like they have to nip that in the bud. Like the great Monty Python said, you got to nip that in the bud. You can't have that being a question mark for people when they're watching the games. That's just big.
None of his bets were made against his teams. It was always made for his team to win.
Okay.
Not that matters, but just food for thought.
Right. So he bet on it. I was about to ask you. I was about to mention. I didn't think that. So I understand what you're saying now. He bet on his team, but whenever he bet on his team, he bet on his team to win.
Yes.
He never bet on his team to lose. Okay.
No, sir.
Yeah. I don't know. Real deep conversation here for that. All right. When we get back from the break, thank you for joining your boys, the 2 Live Stews. When we get back from the break, Hollywood will be in the building, giving us some entertainment news. If you'd like to donate to the show, you can do it. Look to the bottom of the chat to the right. There's a dollar symbol or a heart symbol. Click on that and donate $1, $5, $50, $5,000. It's all appreciated. But if you'd like to, for the desired mechanism to donate to the show, just scan the little QR code on your screen right there to the bottom right and donate at 2 Live Stews on Cash App. Cash App is the preferred way to donate and help us keep the lights on the show. Hollywood coming up next, 2 Live Stews. Yeah, bro. Shouts out to WGPR. Hot 107.5, Current 5. East Perth. What up, folks? It's your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the world famous 2 Live Stews. Now, what I do in my daily life is I work in the financial services industry. In particular, I sell life insurance, okay? I do retirement planning, investing as well, but really I focus on life insurance. You need somebody that you can trust to sell you a life insurance policy, to get you the right life insurance policy. I'm your guy. Y'all know me from these streets. I'm somewhat of a public figure. I'm not going to do anything wrong to damage my reputation at all right? So if you need life insurance, your mama need life insurance, your kids need life insurance, holla at me. Holla at your boy, all right? 678-770-8073. That's 678-770-8073. I've been doing this thing a long, long time. I've hired, trained, and managed employees and agents in the life insurance industry. Holla at your boy. I got you covered. You good. 678-770-8073. I got you. The Hollywood Report. Good morning, Arlie. Can't hear you. StreamYard be tripping sometime.
Did I hear me?
Mute. Yes. What? Wait, go ahead.
Good morning.
There we go.
Happy Father's Day, Joe Ham. I didn't get to tell you Happy Father's Day yesterday.
Thank you very much, Arlie.
Thank you,
And
Arlie.
congrats to your son. Oh my God. My son did one of those. He went to Fork Union Military Academy, following behind his daddy for a hot second. But when I tell you that was a shock to my system, and but it teaches them how to make up some beds and sweep some floors. Child, them boys be on it.
I'm not going to have to worry about the type of man that's going to return to my house.
Right.
We
That's
talk
what I'm
about
excited
the
about.
Army, but those kids they are just like a different. My little nephew, he's my little cousin. He went off to the Army. He went to play football at this school, and he decided this was not for me. So he went to the Army, doing extremely well. He's been like all these countries. He's lived in Germany. He's gone to Cuba. He's done this. He's doing that. Now he's been stationed at Fort Polk, but he is learning so much. He's like in the construction part or logistics or something with it. So totally different. But you're right. The academics and the football and the Army. Your son coming back as a different kind of man.
Yeah.
Congrats to him.
Ollie, how was your weekend?
It was awesome. I
do
did
anything special?
Juneteenth. I went to Skip Day. I had so much fun.
Wait a minute, there was another Skip Day too, and it was Juneteenth.
It was the Juneteenth celebration of Skip Day. Like it was, that third. It's the third Friday of every month over at but it was a little too crowded this time. It was a lot of people. To give you a little social anxiety. I did that. Saturday, I don't even remember what I did Saturday. I did something though, because I remember doing it. And then yesterday, of course, I sang at church for Father's Day. It was all women's chorus. So we sang for the daddies and the people of church, of course, all the people of God. And then I took my daddy to the Braves game. So yay.
Wow. Your dad a big baseball fan?
Yes, he is. He loves Braves. Actually used to do like a little, he worked a regular job, but his side hustle, he was a supervisor for promotions for the Braves. So all the little stuff that we have, way more Braves paraphernalia at our house than anybody that's probably allowed. We might go to jail if anybody ever from the Braves came over there.
Wow. So he's Braves more so than Hawks or Falcons.
Braves over and my brother played baseball more than he played. He played all the sports, but baseball was like his sport. He even played through his collegiate career at Clark. So that was my dad. My daddy, I don't know why. And then my daddy's short too, but I don't know. Maybe that's why he liked baseball better. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Hey, well, listen, we're not gonna hold you up. Let's get to your entertainment report today.
Shout out to everybody out there. Before we get on the entertainment report, let me talk about something first. The crew, the Two Live Stews Super Bowl 2nd annual. Yeah, boys. Come see us on the big water, baby, because we're going yet again. $100 deposit. The rates are based on 2 people in a room, but of course there's suites if you want to bring your crew of girls and y'all do like a suite. If you want to bring your boo, if you want to bring your side boo and your boo, you have choices here. Please come and join us, because guess what? The Super Bowl happens to fall Valentine's Day weekend. It is literally on Valentine's Day this year. So your love for football and your love for your boo can all be just smushed together. Just smush it. Come on down. Rooms, and I will say this for everybody. Rooms are the views, like if you want to be on let me say this first. Having gone on the cruise last year, I did not spend enough time in my room to have been concerned, as much of a concern as what type of room I had, as I should have been about getting on some of these, going to some of the little things I didn't see a fourth of that ship because it's so much. So you went to this part, you have this part, you got this activity, you're going to dinner, you're going to breakfast, all these things. So I wouldn't be that concerned about my room, people, but there are rooms available for you. And we want to see your face in the place for the Two Live Screws, Two Live Stews Super Bowl, the 12th through the 15th. So give me a call. Call me. Last time it was call me now.
Right. This is the 2nd annual. Last year was phenomenal. Joe, you should consider it, man. I mean, it was a great trip. The venue that we watched the Super Bowl is kind of like an amphitheater.
Yes, I saw that. Yeah.
Huge movie theater type screens, and stadium seating where we went and watched this thing. So it's pretty much going to be the same thing this time. The second annual Super Bowl cruise with the Stews for the Super Bowl, and added this year, once again, like Ollie said, Valentine's Day weekend. Kill two birds with one stone.
Come see the Super Bowl and come get your love on the water, honey.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people come single, so you might make a love connection. Who knows?
That's right. That's
As
right.
Loose Neck just put love boat.
Exactly.
And so it's going to be really fun. Give me a call, send me an email. We're booking people left and right. We love to have you. We had so much fun. We're just going to grow this thing where we have our own whole boat. This is a different cruise and different vessel, different ship than the last time we were on the Wonder of the Seas. We're on the Oasis. They've upgraded it. They're very similar. So be ready for lots and lots of fun. Yep. So I want to see y'all now.
Absolutely.
Starting from now, we go back. Hi, I'm Arlie Michelle, and I am the entertainment reporter for the Two Live Stews experience. Oh, thank you for the clap. Thank y'all, audience. Y'all made it so nice. I love it here. Okay, so it's birthdays. That's how we start this thing off, right?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Look up, Tree. Happy birthday. Tree, look up. If you don't look up, I'm going to keep going. Happy birthday.
Douglas, you're just doing so well. I don't know if you've been taking some lessons. I don't know what you've been doing. You've been teaching some vocal lessons? You've probably been teaching the lessons.
I have been, yeah.
I'm so excited. Shout out to you, Detroit. Anybody out there on our 107.5 WGPR, if y'all are listening, you got birthdays, happy birthday to you. Happy anniversaries. Happy all the things. And for those out there in Stew Nation, the other part of our Stew Nation that's listening, if you have happy birthdays that we need to send to you, Doug just gave you your best happy birthday. For the other celebrities out there that, you know, some of the people know about, I'm this girl, I swear, help her, bless her. But she is the granddaughter of the remember she was on, y'all might have seen this episode where she thought the Underground Railroad was really a train. Mm-hmm. Portia Williams is 45 today. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Portia.
Portia, happy birthday to Donald Faison, the actor, 52 today. There's a young actress that you have to look her up.
Faison, Love?
No, Donald Faison, the one who plays on Scrubs, the actor.
Okay, all right.
And I'm assuming I meant to look that up before I talked to y'all because I knew it was gonna come up as a question, but I got busy. I think they're related. They have to. No, they're not. It's Donald Faison and Faison Love. Not
Faison
related.
Love, right?
Yeah,
Faison Love got locked up this past weekend in Florida for something. I don't know if you were on a report on it. Go, okay.
I'm not. I haven't had the pleasure of reporting on that, but I'll find out what it is and tell you before we get off the show today.
Okay.
Little young actress Layla DeLeon Hayes is 22. Rapper Corey Guns, 39. Former NBA, Lord have mercy, NBA sharpshooter Danny Green, who is only one of 4 players in the history of the NBA to win championships on 3 different franchises: San Antonio Spurs, Toronto Raptors, and Los Angeles Lakers. Shout out to him.
Wow.
Tomorrow, I hate his name. LaDainian Tomlinson will turn 47. He's widely known as one of the most complete all-purpose backs ever, outside of
San Diego Chargers. That's right.
San Diego Chargers. Record exec and American Idol judge Randy Jackson will turn 70. Memphis Bleak will turn 47. And Chico DeBarge, is it love still good, will turn 60. I used to love me some Chico DeBarge, even though he had jail problems and stuff. I just thought he was so sexy. Oh,
anyway. Hey, Randy Jackson. Those pictures that we see of him online losing like 300 pounds. Is that true?
But he had gotten small on some of the American Idol stuff. He had gotten smaller.
Okay, all right.
Some of these people, I was looking at because it's Black Music Month, and they're having all the Tiny Desk episodes. And so I went to listen to 8 Ball and MJ. I didn't go watch the Tiny Desk yet, but 8 Ball and MJG. 8 Ball was real big. 8 Ball not big no more. He's like, somebody said he's pool stick now. He's not 8 Ball.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
So people, I think a lot of it too is that Black men particularly are realizing that their health is important, and we got to figure out how to get this cholesterol down, this blood pressure down, because it's taking them out.
Yeah.
It's taking us out. We got to do better. We got to walk and, eat better. And
you know what? Two real game changers. Ozempic,
I know
game
you
changer.
that.
And the other game changer, from talking to my friends, I don't know that. Is that Viagra? That Viagra is a game changer, from what I understand.
Wow. Does it Viagra makes you lose weight?
No, I'm saying to be able to do. At a certain point, allegedly, from what I understand, how it worked back in the day, when you got a certain age, that shop was shut down.
Yeah.
And you don't have to shut nothing down these days from that Viagra, from what I understand.
But let me just say, from the woman's perspective, we do not appreciate anybody who coming just like, can you just be normal? Lord have mercy. We don't want it to be limp and we don't want it to be over. It's just, this a nighttime show, but let me just tell y'all, I don't, because we don't have help for that. That is inappropriate. And those people talking about those honey packs. I didn't know what it was, but you go like down a rabbit hole of looking at that. They say it's causing heart palpitations. Like that's too much exercise. The Lord didn't intend for none of that. You better be careful.
Wow. Yeah. Real game changers in the world of medicine.
Ozempic and Viagra. Women, I challenge all the women that are out there listening in the world to come up with something for us so we can just be like, She-Ra in here.
Okay.
Anyway, so first up, I want to talk about, and this story probably sparked last week, but it's just circulating really heavily now. Y'all know the singer Kelly Price. She has an amazing vocal ability, and she's also been like a host on Sunday Best. And I've met her in person. Really nice girl, woman, not girl. But recently on Instagram, she did a 2-hour live rant about her sister being a witch and her ex-husband being a warlock, and that, she stayed on there for 2 hours telling her sister, come here. I know you're trying to come to Atlanta. This is my city. Show up. She's talking about her sister has cloned her phone. She also made allegations that, and this is on the heels of her sister, rumors of her sister trying to be her conservator back in 2021. Kelly got really sick.
This is why.
Well,
yes,
this is what it sounds like to me. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but Kelly just had COVID. She said she had COVID and she was really sick, and her sister the claims were more, she was like, my sister wasn't concerned about my health. She was more concerned about making sure that she was financially, because her sister's a singer too. She's done background for like Mariah Carey, and she sings, she's a gospel leader. And so that's one of the things she said. Tree, do we have the video? And here we go.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so if the video isn't playing, let me just tell y'all what she's saying. Kelly said that her sister manipulated her ex.
This will be on every blog before I catch my plane in 3 hours. That's the type of time I'm on. I've been keeping my mouth shut because you got little kids. I got kids. I got grandkids, and I'm somebody's mother. But your daughter's a little hoe. You trained her the right way. 17 years old, came in the house and tried to sleep with my husband.
Oh.
You put witchcraft on me. Yeah, I never loved that man. My sister sent him into me. She a witch and she sing in church every Sunday.
Yeah. She needs somebody to handle her finances.
So you just want to go straight to the finances, Doug. That's where you're going.
Well, I'm overlooking the whole witchcraft stuff. I'm not overlooking that. I'm just saying one thing begats the other.
Man.
I think you start talking witchcraft and stuff like that. We do need to talk about your finances and make sure you don't give your money away and whatnot.
What does that solve? Going live like that and trying to embarrass your friend, or does that really have a good outcome at the end of the day?
No, I wouldn't think so.
No.
I think I don't, and they say it was, I didn't watch all of it. I watched bits and pieces of it because it was 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
So much of our lives are on social media now. Yeah. And they just put everything out there. You don't, and I don't know if it's for, you know how you send somebody, like I tell my son all the time, if someone tells you I committed suicide, they lied. Like, I don't know if that's like a a safeguard of some sort. Like I'm gonna put it out here, so if something does happen to me, y'all know to look at my sister. I'm not sure what it is. It goes in line with this next video that we're gonna play, to spank or not to spank. Like we're putting everything out there in the world, and so then it leaves people to give their opinions on your lives. If they don't know what's happening, how they gonna tell you what to do? So this next video we have, and I do not like this gentleman. I think y'all probably heard of him. His name is Blueface. He went to prison for some time. He done tatted his whole face up. He got babies with everybody. He used to fight with one of the baby mamas, but this is a different baby mama's child. And apparently they have a live feed where the baby even has a pack on her, where they're just constantly filming their whole life, and it's on streaming services, so you can watch everything that's going on. So here we go let me tell you, before you even see it, I'm all about it.
You don't do that to me. Do you understand me? I don't care. You don't do that to me.
That's because you were being disrespectful in the car, and then they actually whoop your butt right now.
Come put your hair now.
Journey, don't get no whooping, okay? Don't get no whooping.
But I did it.
I'm gonna take you in that bathroom.
Tell my house then.
This is not your house.
Yes, it is.
It is not. You didn't pay no bills yet.
I don't whoop you.
Get your.
So
what's the controversy? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So as you can see, this is that little girl. They call her Pink Face, and that's her grandmother that's chastised.
So
her.
wait, there's Blueface and his girlfriend is Pink Face.
No, the baby is Pink Face.
Oh, the baby is Pink
I don't
Face.
know the girl. I don't know which girlfriend. I think the little baby's name is really Jordan, but they call her Pink Face on their reality streaming show. I guess it is. And the mama on the ride home, the little girl she's 3. She was being very disrespectful to the grandmother, who is the one was like, "Don't you talk to me like that." The mama and the son were just like, "Apologize, say nice." I don't want to. Now 3, she called her an idiot. The little girl called the grandmama an idiot. She told her that wasn't her house. You need to get out. She also mentioned, "I don't have to be nice. You don't tell me. I'm not talking to you no more. And you're not my friend." And she being mean. And then they're all like, they're trying to tell the little girl, "Please apologize to your mom, to your grandmama."
So wait, the lady that spanked the little girl was the little girl's grandmother. Grandmama's real different to these days.
Man, my goodness. And I really feel bad for the educators. Yeah. So imagine a teacher of the grandma and the mom of that 3-year-old. Nobody can teach them or discipline them in school. Wow. That's unfortunate.
Wow. That little
the
girl
grandmama should have popped her. Let me say
this.
The grandmama should have popped her, because the mama and the daddy are just standing there looking like, I don't know
I would have got my ass beat with a switch. My grandmama would have made me go outside and get a switch. That's nothing what I just saw.
And then wait till your dad get home.
Right.
And I was the mama that was like, "I'm not waiting till your dad to get home, because I don't want you to not be scared of me. So when I will tell him what happened after I beat you all the way down."
Because absolutely, for the little girl to talk like that, she didn't just start doing that.
Nope.
Like she's been doing that for her existence.
Yes.
Talk to her grandmama like that.
She was 3. Imagine 13.
Wow. That's sad.
So yeah, the grandmama was getting a little backlash, but most people on her side, and her response was like, she put a chat GPT response like, "Hey, it is reasonable and non-injurious physical discipline in California is legal." So
they were doing a reality show, because I was going to say, I don't know why you would put something like that, something personal like that online, but no, this was part of the reality show. Gotcha.
The little girl has a little mic pack on her too.
Right.
They just walk. I mean, and I guess they think it's cute. There's nothing cute about your 3-year-old telling you to shut up.
Yeah, nothing.
And mean it.
Yeah. It's about the money. I mean, they're getting a check to do this reality series, so
they're going to have to homeschool her. But it's little kids that aren't getting no check and acting like that. So let's talk about that.
Yeah, exactly.
But I know my time is up. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the chat.
Arlie, for new people watching the show, Arlie appears on the TV sitcom, soap opera. Where did I get sitcom from? The TV soap opera Beyond the Gates. She has a reoccurring role. Any news when the next time you're going to be on Beyond the Gates?
No, but I am sending you all. I'm going to post, maybe before we leave, I'm going to post this new well, I'm gonna send it so that people can help put Arlie back on Beyond the Gates as Peaches.
Okay. All right. That's what's
Stay
up.
tuned.
All right, when we get back from the break, I'm going to talk to Joe a little bit about Serena and Venus Williams. And also, you know what? We're going to get a bonus conversation. I want to get your thoughts about the New York Knicks and winning the World Championship. You haven't been on. Yeah. You're a baller. You love sports. You love basketball. And so I'm going to get your thoughts about the Knicks when we get back too. Don't go away. Two Live Stu's Experience. What's going on with that one long gray hair at the bottom of your chin?
Yeah, man, it is what it is.
So he's just totally repelling the Beijing?
I don't use any Beijing, man. I let them express themselves. Like we are going to express ourselves when people book the stews. Larry Brown, 404-895-9395. Repasses, funerals, open mic nights,
bar mitzvahs.
Yes, bar mitzvahs. Yes. Yeah. I would learn more about the culture before getting booked for one. But if I get booked for one, I'll damn sure come do it. Anyway, book the stews. 404-895-9395. Call our guy Larry Brown. Email him sme.larrybrown@gmail.com.
Tailgates, strip clubs, scripper clubs. We do it all.
Dropping the kids off at school, picking the kids up from school, going to the kids' school for recess. We do it all.
Draft parties. We do it all.
One thing we didn't mention, or we forgot to mention, so let me mention it. 4 small feet.
Welcome back to the show. Doug Stewart, Joe Hamilton, 1999 Heisman Trophy runner-up. Should have won the damn thing. But we're not going to bring up old stuff. Ryan's out today on vacation. Happy Monday to you at the time we shoot this show today. Joe, since you haven't been on in a while.
That's right.
You're a big basketball guy. I actually won a couple state championships in high school, right?
That's correct.
played point guard, so you very much in tune with the game. What are your thoughts about the New York Knicks winning the NBA World Championship this year?
I'm happy for that fan base, and I'm happy for it to be the New York Knicks in the mecca of basketball. How can you go on a 30, 35-year drought and be known for big-time basketball and don't have an NBA championship?
No, 50-something years, Joe, not 30.
50-something?
1973. So if you do the
math.
Yeah.
50-something. So it was well needed.
53
and
years, I think it is.
And immediately I'm thinking about Mike Brown. Jalen Brunson, superstar, under 6'3". Usually you don't get it done being the small of stature in the NBA. The way Jalen Brunson did it from second round draft pick, going into the Mavericks first, and every single year since he's been on the New York Knicks team, he's gotten better. Or their team has gone further and further and further, all the way to a championship. But when your head coach, Doug, and your owner says that it's championship or bust, when you're a head coach and you lose the first 2 games, first round, after your owner says that, and you right the ship, and you were able to move Carl Anthony Towns as a point center and have the offense go through him, spectacular by Mike Brown. So I know Jalen Brunson and the players get it done. He's the MVP. There's no doubt about it. To give a huge shout out to Mike Brown because I think he outcoached the Mitch Williams or Mitch Johnson from the San Antonio Spurs.
Right.
And Ryan and I went back and forth because I thought that you can jump the line. I thought that the San Antonio Spurs, although they were young and hadn't played together, just that talent was going to allow them to overcome it. But boy, was I wrong.
Yeah, usually I'm just like Ryan, where you got to go through a process. You got to crawl before you walk. That's what I've been saying throughout the entire playoffs, because that's just what we saw our entire life growing up.
Correct.
You know, the Bulls had to get past the Pistons. The Pistons had to get past the Celtics. Was it the Celtics?
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the way it works, especially in basketball. But I thought this year it was different. And you're not crazy for thinking that the Spurs couldn't do it. The Spurs were up in every game by double digits.
That's right.
And you know they lost the one game where they were up by 29 points. So it's not crazy to think the Spurs could win this series, but it just felt like that it was a leprechaun, one of those little angels on the shoulders of the New York Knicks players and franchise.
Any other superstar for the Spurs other than Wemby, I wouldn't have done that. He's just an alien to me.
Right.
That affects the game in so many different ways without scoring. Intimidation of shots, blocked shots, just his leadership. But down the stretch, he missed some key free throws. Down the stretch, he turned the ball over, having it a hot potato in his hand. So I digress, no doubt about it. I thought that talent would override just the togetherness or the experience of the New York Knicks. Because here's what I was telling Ryan, none of the Knickerbockers had been there either. So everybody was gleaming when we talking about the NBA Finals, with except the Harrison Barnes, and I know Ron Brown is a champion as an assistant coach, but I was just the cohesiveness that the Knicks showed in clutch time minutes, which is under 5 minutes in the game within 5 points. The Knicks dominated.
Man, listen, and Brunson, I'm gonna ask you specifically about Brunson in a second. What you just said, think about this. Already for next year, odds to win the NBA championship coming in at number 1. Take a guess.
OKC.
San Antonio.
Okay.
Coming in at number 2, OKC.
All right.
Coming in at number 3, who you got?
It's got to be the Knickerbockers.
Celtics. Okay?
Right.
That's how this right here, I think, explains how special this year was for the New York Knicks and how they got on the ultimate heater and they couldn't be stopped. Like I used the word destiny. I feel like it was destiny for them to win it this year. You ever see the videos with Brunson and his daddy? His daddy was training him when he was like 8, 9 years old. Like Brunson was put on this earth to do what he did this year, man, based on what I saw in that series, in the series.
And I can understand definitely OKC because J-Dub was out with the hamstring. A.J. Mitchell was out the last 3 games. So health, I can see why they're going to put OKC back up there. I don't see why they're going to put the Spurs back up there because the Knicks, who are they losing? Now, Karl Anthony Towns, it looks like he might not sign his extension, and they're coming at him, crossroads as far as getting paid. And I'll say one more thing about this, Doug, because I know you and your brother. You guys all about your own money. All right, you're not going to get, you're not going to get far up. They're not going to shortchange you. All right. So what Brunson did by taking 113 less million to build a team around, would that be the new norm? Or do you still say, hey, man, screw that championship. I want my money.
Hell no, that's not going to be the norm. Now I'm on the side of getting your money, getting the most money, each player getting the most money they can. Ryan is on the side of, being happy, which I'm not. I've never said I don't want to be happy, but I just don't, it's a business. The owners don't, give concessions because of, some type of loyalty they have to the players or whatever. So, what Brunson did, it worked out. Yes. It worked out for him. But I don't see players that becoming a thing where players take a significant amount of less money so that they can have a better odds of winning. I don't see that becoming a trend.
I don't understand why not. I mean, that seems like par for the course for you to be like, it's almost like a quarterback playing football. Yeah, I can have 70 million, but can I just take maybe 60 to make sure my offensive line is paid? And I'll make sure I have the top 5 offensive linemen or instead of a piece together offensive lineman.
So you don't understand why San Antonio is number one?
No, sir.
I mean, but because what's going to happen with what Vegas is saying, I guess, and you're watching the 2 Hours Tuesday experience, what Vegas is saying is another year under his belt of experience, and he's probably going to work out with some legend on his footwork and, developing a hook shot. We keep throwing around, him hiring a contracted Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Kareem to come in there and show him how to do the sky hook. And he's probably going to get in the weight room and put on 15 pounds. So
True.
Looking at what happened in the series with the Knicks, they easily could have been up in the series 3-1, which ultimately means they could have they had a great possibility of winning the whole thing. You factor that into the equation. This guy is a generational type player. I understand why Vegas thinks the Spurs is the team to beat next year. I get it.
Yeah, but my point is
Hassel and those guys gonna have another year under their belt. Yeah. They had a young team. Harper, little boy, Ron Harper, little boy, had another year. Going to have another year under his belt. Yeah,
he was a rookie. My whole point, Doug, is this: the Knicks are not going to lose anybody. OKC is going to get much better. So, what's going to put the Spurs over it? And everybody's going to have more experience and getting the better in the offseason.
Yeah, well, Vegas, and I guess really technically it's not Vegas, it's people making these early wagers in Vegas think that the Spurs are the number one team or the team to beat. So the Knicks are in fourth, coming in after the Knicks, the Cleveland Cavaliers, then you got the Denver Nuggets, then you got the Minnesota Timberwolves. So going to be very, very interesting. You don't think, and this is the first, or they've had 9 new champions every year for the last 9 years. You think this is going to continue? You think the Knicks are the team? You think the Knicks are the team to beat next year?
No, because based on what happened in the last
OKC?
8 years, yeah, I think it's not going to be a repeat winner. Okay. It's so tough.
Right.
And the reason why it's so tough is parity. Adam Silver should be very thrilled about the state of the NBA.
That's the intention, right?
That's young,
right.
And under 25 with 8-man and Wemby and Tatum and those boys and Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
So SGA. So I don't think it's so tough for you to repeat, and then sometimes your belly gets so full that you're not as hungry.
Right. Real quick, man, Serena Williams has been awarded a wild card entry into the Wimbledon's women's singles draw. So she's going to be making her first singles appearance at Wimbledon since 2022. Serena's been crip walking on Super Bowl stages and having babies and all of this stuff. And she's working with Ozempic and them people. I think she's working with Ozempic's competitor. But anyway, she looks like she's in great shape. She's lost a lot of weight, and she is back and going to compete in Wimbledon this year. What's your thoughts about that? 7-time Wimbledon singles champion and has won 6 women's Wimbledon titles with her sister Venus. Is this a good thing for sports fans?
Oh, absolutely. For number one, I hope she's not taking a spot away from anybody that's been on the tour, that's winning, that's earned it. However, so what?
Right.
Serena Williams, you get a chance to enhance your pool and put her name in there. More eyes are going to be on the product. There's no doubt about it. And I want her to win, Doug, because her daughter has not seen her win.
Yeah.
I mean, so she's got all these titles and she's very successful, but her daughter has not seen her win a major, and I want that to happen for her.
At age 44, this is one of the biggest stories in tennis and generated a lot of excitement. And heading into the tournament, she recently returned to competitive tennis by playing doubles events at the Queen's Club in Berlin as part of her comeback preparations with her sister Serena, or her sister Venus. Let's see. She's now going to compete in both singles and doubles once again. The big question is, can she get that dominance? And you said it earlier when you first commented that you hope she didn't take somebody's spot.
Right.
Do you think the last spot of people that got an invitation to Wimbledon, you think the last spot person is a better option or is in a better position to win more so than Serena with her history? And
yes.
that's because Serena hadn't been played
That's right.
To this level a lot in the last couple of years. So you would think the last person that got invited that didn't get an invite or is not going to be able to play got shafted, or do you understand it from a business
totally
standpoint?
Understand it.
Yeah,
I understand it. It's better for tennis. It's better for the overall product.
I'm going to watch.
Yes.
I'm going to watch it now. It's just like Tiger. Like I watched when watching the U.S. Open yesterday, it like hit me like the atmosphere at these majors in golf is not the same. Like you watch the people that were out there, the fans out there watching the U.S. Open this past weekend. Like when Tiger was out there, it was a certain type of hoopla. It was like a big production, and like it just felt different. And with Serena, yeah, it's gonna be millions and millions more eyes on this tournament now with interest than you would have had without her.
Serena has a signature move. She'll do that real quick with her fist and be fired up. Tiger had that fist pump and got the crowd ready. So I think that's what you're missing when you just have an ordinary field. Yeah, we'll tune in, but how are you going to help us be engaged? Mm-hmm. We want to be engaged. We want to feel your moments. We want to feel the intensity coming out from you. And I know for a fact, Serena Williams will compete at a high level. What does that mean, Doug? I'm not saying she's going to win it all, but I do think it could be a moral victory somewhere down the road. If she advances to the round of 16, the quarterfinals, that's going to be huge.
Now, she is 44 years old. I think I already mentioned that. She is 44 years old. What I expect is her not to advance, that many rounds. She may win a first round, and I'm not exactly sure how many rounds they have before they get to the championship. But she might win against her first opponent, but she probably will lose against the next opponent or the opponent after that. But this is just getting her in shape for next year. And I think at age 45, she's going to be in position. She's going to play enough golf. Her cardio is going to be up next year this time where she's going to be able to compete. I don't think she's going to be able to compete this year. I think this is a build-up and the start of a comeback for next year.
I can't disagree with you. Do you think her intimidation factor is still there? That if she just shows up and has mystique in her aura and get her a win?
I don't think so. I don't think these kids, these young people, I mean, it is what it is. These young people are young, and they're going to be in better shape. They've been playing more consistently than she has. Clearly, she hadn't played in many, many years at this level. But it's going to be interesting. And once again, she's going to prompt millions of more people to watch that would have not watched if she wasn't there. So it's going to be very interesting. All right, when we get back from the break, last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last 48 hours. If you're new to the show, we have a Facebook chat group with like 40,000 people in it. Now, whether 40,000 people are able to view it, that's another question, but there's 40,000 people in there. And so we get a lot of posts all day long, every day, all week long, all month long. And so we're going to talk about some of the most interesting ones when we get back from the break. All right. Trending topic number 4 coming up later as well. Tree and Ollie going to rejoin us later. So don't go away. It is the Two Live Stews. Yeah.
I done been through the worst of it all. Close to fall, close again, damn, then another fall. Yeah, they probably saying I'm fake, or is my mind playing tricks on me like shit?
What up, folks? It's your boy Doug Stewart, one half of the world famous Two Live Stews. Now, what I do in my daily life is I work in the financial services industry. In particular, I sell life insurance, okay? I do retirement planning, investing as well, but really I focus on life insurance. You need somebody that you can trust to sell you a life insurance policy, to get you the right life insurance policy. I'm your guy. Y'all know me from these streets. I'm somewhat of a public figure. I'm not going to do anything wrong to damage my reputation at all right? So if you need life insurance, your mama need life insurance, your kids need life insurance, holla at me. Holla at your boy, all right? 678-770-8073. That's 678-770-8073. I've been doing this thing a long, long time. I've hired, trained, and managed employees and agents in the life insurance industry. Holla at your boy. I got you covered. You good. 678-770-8073. I got you. Yeah, welcome back. This is the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan Stewart, Joe Hamilton once again filling in for Ryan, who's out on vacation. Have you ever been to Utah, Joe?
I've never been to Utah. No, sir.
That's where Ryan them playing golf at. He's on like a golf guys trip, and they're going to Vegas, but they're playing golf like the 3 days they're out there. I think they're going to be out there actually like 5 days, but 3 of the days they're playing golf. And I think the golf is being played in Utah, in Mormon country.
That would excite me. I mean, because you can imagine the views.
Yeah, that's a big thing. If you're not a golfer, the big thing about golf is how scenic the views are of the golf course. So yeah, Ryan mentioned something about them having all these mountains in the back view and these cliffs and whatnot and all that. So that's gonna be cool. They just need to be careful in Utah is all I'm saying. When the sun go down, they need to be getting the hell out of Utah and go back to Vegas, man. Ryan gonna go and come back with 3 Nordic wives, right? Yeah. Oh, interesting. All right. So last 48, the biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group over the last 48 hours. If you'd like to donate to the show, you can look to the bottom of the chat to the right. There's a dollar symbol or a heart symbol. Click on that. And if you'd like to donate the preferred way, which is through Cash App, once again, to help us pay a bill or two to keep this thing going, we really would appreciate it. Go to $2 Live Stews, and you can donate there. We're going to read all your chat messages and everything later on today, so stay tuned for that. All right, Tree, let's run it. Basketball Forever Community from Jocelyn Fortich. Victor Wembanyama from kid to global superstar. Now, I'm not sure if this is if this is AI or these are real pictures. They look pretty real to me.
Yeah.
Tree says the AI. You know, Tree hates AI for some reason. I don't know what AI did to her. I don't know what
That's the
AI
direction that we're heading to now with AI.
Yeah.
I love it. Just for simple things and quick responses.
Right. I love AI. All of these look legitimate to me, except for the first one. I don't know. The first one, I don't know. But let's just imagine that this is real. Really, I wanted to get your thoughts about, we talked a little bit about them in the last segment and talking about the Knicks. But in particular, what do you think is the upside? What do you think, how high, like at what level, who do you compare him to? Or where do you see him at in the basketball Mount Rushmore of all time at the end of this guy's career based on what you've seen thus far?
At the very top, the absolute very top. Now, he doesn't remind me of anybody because he's so tall and so skilled. He's almost like a point center because he's not going to put his back to the basket. Mm-hmm. He's not going to have a low post game, but he's going to remind me of Hakeem Olajuwon, and here's why: MVP and defensive MVP. Mm-hmm. That's what he's going to be able to. I think Jordan did that as well, but he's going to be able to impact things on both sides of the court, and that's going to make him generational. And his assist numbers are going to go up. He can shoot free throws in the 80th percentile. Unstoppable force. And soon, like you said, as soon as he put probably 10 to 15 pounds of muscle on, that's his next step.
Right. So it's kind of lately, and we actually had a meme about this where Kareem spoke about him, you know, kind of like being in his category, like the body frame, I guess you could say. Mm-hmm. Him and Kareem kind of had that same body frame, and I've been throwing out for weeks now, like, why doesn't he write Kareem a check for couple $1 million and have him come in there and tutor him and train him on how to get the sky hook done, how to do the sky hook? That would just add an ultimate element. I don't like all of the threes, and he can shoot them, but I just don't feel like that you're going to get the best bang for your buck him out there shooting 3-pointers as opposed to him being down on the blocks and developing a go-to shot like the sky hook. And I think that'll be better overall long-term for the Spurs as opposed to the way it's going right now. Even though, listen, it's hard to tell him to change anything because they were in this series. They could have easily, like I mentioned last segment, they could have easily been up in this series. They could have easily won this series. So I would be careful, but I just think, man, he would serve his team better by playing closer to the basket. What's your thoughts?
Man, absolutely agree with what you just said, because the three-point shot is not a high percentage, it's fat.
Yeah.
And sometimes that rim can close up on you. Now Steph Curry, everybody is not going to beat him. No doubt about it. But when you brought up Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, immediately I thought, why wouldn't everybody try to develop that? I mean, because it's one of the most stoppable shots that we've ever seen.
Right.
And I'm just thinking it's hard. It's a skill set.
Is it hard? Okay, so you've been at the playground and played around with the skyhook.
Yeah.
And I said this is funny you say what you just said, because when we were talking about this last week, I'm like, my 50 years of watching basketball, pro basketball, I can't remember anybody else using the skyhook like Kareem. Once a year, maybe you see another center try a skyhook, but it doesn't seem like it's that hard to learn, especially when you 7'4", 7'5", or whatever. Why do you think no one else has mastered the skyhook and made it such a big part of their arsenal like Kareem did during his career?
First of all, you have to have big hands. You have to palm the ball. You can't be in the bottom of your wrist or just flatly on your hand, because you're gonna lose some control a little bit.
Right.
That's the reason I said, Doug, that it's very hard to develop it. Because in my 49, 50 years of watching basketball, he's the only one I saw do it.
The only one,
well.
Right.
Now, Magic tried to put it in his game a little bit. He won some championships with it. But as far as a go-to move, no. And how close is he to the basket? It's a high percentage mid-range shot.
Right.
But really wants to have his percentage and shooting percentage go up a little bit. He's going to have to find some way to get some easier baskets.
Right.
When his outside shot ain't falling.
And this goes back to our conversation about, and our mention of him putting on weight and getting bigger, because they beating the hell out of him. Like New York's plan was just to beat the hell out of him. Robinson wouldn't let him even get near the blocks.
That's right.
Like when he comes across half court, first of all, he's bringing the ball across half court, which is a problem in itself, as opposed to him trying to find, some space on the block. But when he finally tries to get down the blocks, they're holding him. They're grabbing him. Karl Anthony Towns was beating him up and holding him and whatever. They didn't even want to let him get on the block. So he got to figure out a way where he can set up on the block and try to, a shot that a big man could put up and add to his game.
Yeah, and that's coaching. To your point, this is his next season would be his fourth season.
Right.
And he's gotten better every single year. And then a couple of those years, at least one, was stunted a little bit by injuries.
Right.
But this is such of a, we're going to scout you and we're going to have a defense copycat league. So whatever Mitchell Robinson did and some of these guys beat him up and it was big time physical, they're going to try to duplicate that.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. That was a good one. Next one, Tree. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ron Stewart. So, Tree, being the great producer that she is,
that's more like it.
He had a nice box at the bottom with the little cuts in the side. That was a dope little haircut right there for the young man. So yeah, this looks like it looks like it could be the same illustrations that we saw in the last meme. Yeah. The little boy looks just like the little boy. Go back to the last one, Tree. The little boy on this picture looks just like the little boy right there. And so he's probably been playing ever since he was a kid. Both his parents played.
Oh, yeah.
His mother's like 6'4" or something like that. She played basketball. So he's probably been around basketball his entire life. And they probably were able to chronicle, how he looked with pictures through all those different stages. So, yeah, good stuff. Great meme. All right, next one, Tree. Thank you, Tree, for that. That was great. So one more basketball. We kind of still holding on to basketball a little bit. Larry Bird versus Kevin Durant. Career comparison. I don't know why a legend gets no love from the youngins. The youngins just don't believe us when we talk about these players, Joe.
No, they don't.
The why is they don't believe when we, and I know it might be hard to believe if you just look at a picture of Larry Bird and you didn't see him play. You didn't see him play. You didn't grow up in the 80s. You might look at him and like, man, this guy can't play. But that's so much not the case.
Who are you choosing?
I think I'm taking Bird for the clutch factor.
Clutch factor, yes.
Yeah, I think I'm taking Bird for the clutch factor, man. So Bird, 6'9", KD, 6'11", 220 pounds, seasons. KD had 18 seasons. Bird had won 3 championships. MVPs, Bird won 3 MVPs. Finals MVPs, Bird won 2. All-Stars, Kevin Durant obviously playing more years, 16 All-Stars, Bird 12. All-NBA, Bird 10. So here's an interesting one. So that number kind of comes down in all NBA teams. You see what I'm saying? So Kevin Durant only had 12, whereas he had 16 All-Stars. The difference kind of equals out a little bit on the all-NBA teams. Bird had 10, and scoring titles, KD had 4. Bird had 0. But Bird played during the era of Jordan.
He's
not
going
to have,
and Magic Johnson. And Magic Johnson.
And Magic, yeah.
So when you look at it, I love your point about the All-Star versus the All-NBA, because when you have so many All-Star appearances, fans have something to do with that.
Right.
So you can get in a lot of different ways.
Right.
But when you're an All-NBA player, that's the coaches in the media.
Right.
It's hard to get one of those. And the fact that Larry Legend was an excellent rebounder. That's a double-double.
Mm-hmm.
So let's not gloss over that Bird in his career averaged a double-double.
Right.
And some people would say, and I tend to agree, that he's one of the best passing small forward that we've ever seen.
Right.
I would still put LeBron James ahead of him, but Larry Legend can pass that basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. And this guy, Daniel B. Dickerson, he makes a very prophetic statement when he says, I don't know why Legends get no love from the youngins. I'm telling you, man, it's so much blasphemy on some of these social media sites where, see, and that's why I always kind of, I'll defer to an older guy than me. Like when the older guys come in and they start talking about Oscar Robertson and they start talking about Wilt Chamberlain and they said Bill Russell, like this is something they'll say all the time. Somebody that saw Bill Russell. Bill Russell could play today, no problem. And he'd be just as dominant. You look at Bill Russell and you see the film and in your mind automatically for somebody that never saw him play, he's playing against a bunch of slow Nordics. But you verify that with people with OGs that watch them, they'll be like, oh, Bill Russell would still dominate today. I have to believe them. Same thing with Jim Brown in football. Oh, Jim Brown would still do everything Jim Brown did in the 60s, he would still be able to do in 2026. I have to believe them.
Great point. Now, have you forgiven Kevin Durant for the decision to go to Golden State?
No. I don't hold him responsible because he got it from he got that whole thought process from LeBron.
Well, I'm not going to get too heavy into it, but Golden State had just beaten those guys, and they were champions already. So I see where you're coming from. But after, I'm talking about the Brooklyn Nets, Phoenix, Houston. He hadn't been the leader that we're thinking about that can carry teams all the way to a championship.
Oh, Joe, so, I'm trying to be nice. I'm 100% on board with you.
Okay.
Like, I don't like the jumping around. I don't like the moving from team to team. I don't like the whole big three concept or whatever. We can argue about who started it or whatever. A lot of people want to say it was the Celtics that started that. No, the Celtics traded for their players as a free agent. Right. Or they drafted them. As a free agent, I'm not going to get into it because there's a lot of people that are really very sensitive about this conversation. I think the one that started the trend of superstars leaving their teams to go play with another team as a free agent was started by LeBron. Now, I'm not going to stick on this. I'm not going to stay on this because I don't want to get hate emails and texts or whatever, but that's just how I feel. And I don't think it's been good for basketball. Yeah.
I agree.
And so Kevin Durant, And a lot of times money has a lot to do with the situation. But yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like it.
Kevin Durant has played with
Go ahead.
Devin Booker and I'm forgetting the number three for he played with him. When he went to Brooklyn, it was James Harden, Kyrie Irving, and then we know the Houston team. So he's been on loaded teams, man.
Right.
I'm talking about Bradley in Phoenix. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. All right. Next one, Tree. You're watching Two Live Stews Experience. And you're watching Two Live Stews Experience. Yeah, that was a good one too, as well.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Let me just go ahead and just hold on. Where the studio audience at?
Oh man.
Lord have mercy. Best black quarterbacks of the 80s and 90s. Who's your starter and who's your backup? Oh. And once again, Heisman Trophy winner Joe Hamilton played the highest level of quarterback that you could ever imagine. This is great. And the reason I particularly wanted to use this one is because I knew we were going to have you on today. What's your thoughts on this, man? Best black quarterbacks of the 80s and 90s. Who are you starting and who comes off the bench?
I love this list. I'll start off by saying this, Doug. Warren Moon throws the best football that I've ever seen.
Ever?
Yes. I mean, the spiral.
So for people, I'm sorry, Joe. So for people listening on WGPR 107.5 in Detroit, it's a meme with Randall Cunningham, Warren Moon, Doug Williams, and Steve McNair. All right, Joe, I'm sorry.
So because it's 2026 and it's a new age of playing football, I am going Randall Cunningham as my starter, and I'm going Steve McNair as my backup. Because of the dual threat status and being able to get touchdowns and move the chains with their legs.
Joe, I agree 100%.
Oh,
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Now listen, is once again probably because of the style of football we've been seeing over the last 15 years or so. I say really heightened by Mike Vick. But yeah, if you're talking about quarterbacks that are dual threat, that had a big arm, and they can tuck it and run and go and get you 30, 40, 50 yards on one clip, I got to go with Randall. And then next I'll go Steve McNair. Moon and Williams were classic drop back pocket passing quarterbacks.
Classic, yes.
Classic.
I just want somebody as an offensive coordinator to call a play, and I don't have to be right every single time. And if we don't get a blitzing linebacker block or somebody comes scot-free, those guys can still get me out of a bad situation and turn it into a positive.
Absolutely. Absolutely. and that's the way the league is going right now. We actually have one more. We're going to talk a little bit about, stats and players' reputations when we get back on Last 48. But yeah, Joe, I mean, and it's crazy because the purists, the football purists, try to discount the fact that you can tuck it and run for 40 yards.
I've heard about it.
I know firsthand.
Almost to the point that some African-American players, a la Donovan McNabb, sometimes a la Sean, they tried to not run because they didn't want to be labeled as a running quarterback.
Right. They suppress their talent. They suppress their talent. Right.
Yes.
Right.
But now it's back to where it needs to be. That we're looking for guys to be dual threat. And I thought about it real quick too, Doug, as well, because Doug Williams is the only champion on this list.
Right. You're exactly right. All right, quick break. When we get back, we'll finish up Last 48. The biggest memes in the Two Live Stews Facebook chat group. Don't go away. Two Live Stews. Yeah. Perfect to have
Bye, Detroit.
Oh, bye, Detroit. Shouts out WGPR 107.5 in the D. Make sure you go online and check out Two Live Stews, YouTube.com to watch the show. All right? A lot of stuff that you don't get the full experience if you don't watch it. So when you get a chance, go back and watch it on Two Live Stews, YouTube.com. All right? We'll catch you on Monday. Have a great weekend. But we are coming back with more of Two Live Stews right after this break. Don't go away.
Honey, it is Monday.
Oh, damn. I meant Thursday. We'll be back Thursday. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah. feel me? Hey, y'all feeling good?
Welcome back to the show. TVE. I think that almost one of the memes we used that I saw in the Two Live Truths Facebook chat group. Somebody said, "Who you taking, Eve in her prime, or Cardi B?"
Oh man,
who you taking?
Well,
in their prime?
Eve.
Eve could.
And the reason why I'm taking Eve because Eve had Swiss beats with her, and her beats were off the chain. That was the only reason.
Right. Cardi can rhyme. I don't know if Cardi's writing her rhymes.
I don't know if Cardi's writing her rhymes.
She dope as hell, but I think I would take Eve too, man. I really do think I would take Eve too. People kind of sleep on her, and she's been away from it, for so long. Like, she really hadn't put out a lot of music lately since she's been, I believe she's living abroad. I believe she's, some other country being a queen or something to that effect. Arlie saying yes in the background in the green room.
And Eve had her own show as well.
Yeah, I thought her show was good.
Yeah,
somebody that never really acted before. She was a scripper, right?
No.
Yeah, Eve was a scripper, man. The scrippers winning, man. The scrippers are winning.
And plus, she has that swag because she was a part of the Rough Riders.
Yeah, she
had DMX and them boys.
Yeah. So Eve, Cardi B. I don't think Nicki Minaj was a stripper, was she? I don't think so.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, Arlie saying no. We're getting Arlie with this in the background. All right, so Joe, the reason that I wanted to specifically have this particular flyer so we can have a discussion about the inequalities in reporting. And I don't know, maybe you don't think it's inequalities, but it seems like that people, when their intention is to hype somebody up, they kind of highlight certain statistics. When they want to discount some other player, then they discount statistics.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
So Branson Sorsby, we talked about it earlier today. Word on the street is he's going to go no later than a second round in the supplemental draft. Okay. Shedeur Sanders didn't get picked until the 5th round, right? Was it the 5th round?
5th round, yes, sir.
If you look at the numbers in their last season, Shedeur's last season at Colorado, you look at Sorsby's last season last year at Cincinnati, and earlier I was like, I couldn't even remember who the other team he played for. Shedeur had a better completion percentage. Shedeur passed for damn near, 75% more yards. His TD to interception ratio, I can't average it right in front of me right now instantly, but it looks pretty much the same to me. Yards per attempt, Shedeur had a higher yards per attempt. Shedeur had a bigger and better passer rating by a lot. And the completion percentage, let's go back to that very quickly. That's the highest completion percentage in the history of college football. For a starting quarterback that played so many quarters or so many games or whatever. But yet Shedeur goes to the 5th round. Explain this to me. Why does nobody not want to talk about Shedeur's stats and what he did at Colorado, but it's such a big impetus of conversation for all other quarterbacks that have, in most regards, a lesser history of stats than Shedeur did? What's your thoughts?
Doug, this is a great one. Because it's lazy to throw up the stats in front of me and not watch the totality of how those stats came about. When you look at the 74% completion percentage, he threw a lot of dink downs. He threw a lot of now screens, a lot of quick throws. So that number is going to be up. All right. When you look at their passing yards, that number is going to be up as well when you have over 100 more passes than the other guy.
Attempts.
Attempts, yes, sir. So when I say it's lazy to compare the two. It's one thing that both of them came from the same system and they both came or played on the same team. You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't know the style. We don't know what he was asked to do. And those are pretty good numbers from Scoresby. One thing I know for a fact that Shador hangs on to the ball a lot. So he has no stacks. So some of those things can be put in there to lower his numbers down as far as who had the rushing yards.
Mm-hmm.
Why Scoresby rushing yards are not in there? He's a better runner. So it's just a little bit skewed to have those numbers side by side.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it tells the story who's a better quarterback. However, I think Shador Sanders is a better quarterback.
Right. So let me ask you this.
Yes,
and you're watching the 2 Live Stews Experience. Joe Hamilton filling in for Ryan Stewart today on the show. What's your I guess your overall opinion about Shador, where he got drafted, what you saw out of him last year? What do you think the upside is for him? Do you think he's going to be a starter in the NFL? Do you think he should have been a starter in the NFL from day one? Do you think he should have been drafted higher? Like, give me your overall thought on Shador and his, I guess, his future in the NFL.
I thought Shador Sanders was better than Cam Ward, the overall #1 pick that went to Tennessee. I thought that Shador Sanders was a top 5 quarterback. I definitely think that he's better than Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel.
Yes, definitely. However, Deshaun Watson is going to beat him out.
Right.
And the reason why I think he fell a little bit, Shador Sanders, is because his athletic ability is not suited, so to speak, right now for the NFL's quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
McDonald holds the ball a little bit low, doesn't have the mobility that some 2026 quarterbacks have. That is why.
Mm-hmm.
Arm strength would be about 7.5, 8, which is just pretty average. So I just think that when I look at the GMs and their decision to let him drop to number 5 or the 5th round, they saw something that I didn't quite see. They went back and they watched all the throws. They watched all the protection. And I have to believe in that.
Okay, there it is. There it is. Joe Hamilton, Heisman Trophy runner-up with the 2 Live Stews. Do you think that, the last question, do you think he's ultimately at some point going to be a starter in the NFL? You said you think Deshaun Watson is going to beat him out of the job. And yeah, absolutely. If I got a healthy Deshaun Watson beats out Shador anytime.
Right.
Like healthy Deshaun Watson was on his way when he was in Houston to being an all-time great. Injuries, off-field issues, court proceedings, and all of that has changed all of that. Of that thought process. But yeah, he was that dude.
And we also know too, Doug, that money's going to override it if it's equal. The fact that they're paying Deshaun Watson so much money,
right? He got.
They're going to give it to him, making sure that hey, you're going to try to earn some of this.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I think we have one more, and you're watching the 2 Live Stews Experience. I think we have one more meme. And then we're going to get the ladies back in and have some fun with trending topic number 4, which is going to be pretty good. I saw this several different places this weekend. You know, sometimes these things are like, when I say trending topic number 4, I really mean it. Because this particular meme has been trending all weekend long. I've seen it several different places on social media. You're putting on a comedy show. Which 3 are you paying to perform?
I'm first on Doug.
Yeah, absolutely. You first.
I'm going.
That's show owner's privileges. You go first.
I'm going Bernie Mac.
Okay, we agree.
Dave Chappelle. And for me, I'm going Martin.
Martin?
Yes.
Every time I've seen Martin do stand-up, I like him on the TV show. I like him on the TV show more than I do on stage. So I would go Bernie Mac. I would definitely go Bernie Mac. I would go Eddie. You know you forgot Eddie Murphy, right?
Oh boy, he is right there in my face.
So I'm going Bernie Mac. I'm going Eddie Murphy. And wild card, man, the one that makes me laugh, when he's hitting on all cylinders, sometimes he's hit or miss. I think because he works too much. Give me Cat
Kevin Hart.
Williams, man. Give me
Oh,
good.
Cat
Give me Cat Williams in his prime. When he really is focused, Cat Williams is a funny joke. It's not just his jokes, it's how he look and how he sounds as well. He got the perfect combination of funny. He's a cartoon character. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes that's how I feel about Kevin Hart.
Right. I agree with you. I like Cat Williams more so than I like Kevin Hart. Like out of all of these guys, I think I would pick Kevin Hart. And I don't know why they got a picture of I can't even remember his name now. For Ari Spears.
Oh, you talking about
Baby's
Williams,
kids.
right?
Huh?
Williams.
Can't remember his name. I don't know why I didn't even look up his name. I just
Bernie?
realized. No,
Not
number 9.
Bernie.
Ari Spears. That's not Ari Spears. That's I'm drawing the blank.
Is it Rob something?
He passed away many years ago.
Harris.
Robin
Harris. Yes.
But this is AI. This is AI. AI is gonna make a mistake like that if you don't pay attention. And whoever did this didn't even realize, or maybe it might be a young person, and they don't know the difference between Ari Spears and Robin Harris.
And it's funny, Doug, because if you would have asked all 12 comedians up there, I think they all point to Richard Pryor.
Yeah. They all would give Richard Pryor. They always give Richard Pryor
Yes, they do.
due respect to being the greatest comic ever.
Yep.
I remember having or sneaking and put on Richard Pryor albums when my parents weren't home. My old man had a ton of vinyl, and he had the Richard Pryor comedy specials or whatever on an album. And we used to sneak and listen to Richard Pryor. Well, I used to sneak and listen to Richard Pryor comedy on albums back in the day. But yeah, I think I would go with Bernie. That shows also respect for Bernie as well from me and you.
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, he's dead and gone.
Funny.
But Bernie, huh?
Very funny.
Very funny cat. Very funny cat. All right, that was a good one. And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. And you got a bunch of legends up there. And I love Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle's comedy is a little bit different than most of those other guys. He's like a storyteller.
Yes.
And those other guys.
It makes you cringe a little bit too. I don't want to cringe when I'm hearing the whole show.
Dave Chappelle's got like a serious theme to his comedy too. It's almost like he be preaching at the same time as telling jokes and telling stories. He's got a little bit of different style than most of those other guys. All right, that was the last one. Was that the last one, Tree? All right, y'all come on in. Can we get Tree and Ollie back in? All right, so sports we like after football, basketball. So the World Cup's going on. We talked some tennis today. So I did a search of the top 10 sports in order as voted by Black people between the ages of 55 and 65. And AI.
That didn't include me.
Huh?
That don't include me.
They didn't include you? Oh,
No.
oh, that's right. I'm sorry, Ollie. You're not
That might
45
include.
years old. Hell no. So here's the clean list excluding basketball. Oh, and I said excluding basketball and football.
Okay.
Coming in number 10, horse racing. Number 9, NASCAR. Number 8, WWE wrestling, which I'm very confused about that because I don't know if wrestling is even a real sport. Coming in at number 7, MMA. Number 6, golf. Huh?
You know if wrestling is a real sport or not.
Right. Number 6, we have golf ranked number 6. Number 5, soccer. Number 4, track and field. Number 3, tennis. Number 2, boxing.
Yeah.
And the number 1 sport is baseball. So baseball still comes in number 1 during throughout our age demographic as the 3rd most popular sport amongst us. And then right after that is boxing.
I would have thought track and field would have been the top one.
Track and field came in at number 4, so not far off. But the thing with track and field is, it's only really highlight. They do have this diamond league now for professionals, but most of the time back in the day, the only time you saw track and field really was during the Olympics, which was every 4 years.
Yep. Or if you caught like those little random like sometimes you'll catch gymnastics like that. You'll catch like a random world, whatever that other world, the different ones they have that it's not the Olympics. I think it's like the year after or maybe the year before Olympics where they're all running. But I like track and field. That's my favorite.
Joe wanted to talk about this. And so that's a perfect comment from Julius 29C. So Doug is not watching the WNBA.
Doug, when you said basketball, are you including that? Can I pick WNBA?
No, you can.
Oh yeah, so I'd say that would be up there with boxing, track and field, because I said a little bit earlier, the skill set from these women is going to have to be more chemistry, screening, boxing out. You got to do the little things, and I appreciate the science of WNBA basketball, the way they go about, and the star power now is starting to catch up, and I really like it. And they're out there in the front, commercials, promoting themselves, and it's just entertaining to me.
Yeah. So I watched last night. I watched Minnesota, and who did Minnesota play? I'm drawing a blank right now, and I really did watch it.
And that's Olivia Miles, the rookie from Minnesota.
Yes, yes. What's your thoughts on her? Let me get your basketball expertise opinion on Olivia Miles.
Flamboyant, somewhat cocky. Would be a little bit more of I've been here before. She's fearless. And I also thought that they missed the opportunity because she's better than Asia Fudd. The number one pick that went to play the Dallas Wings. So I think Olivia Miles is really, really good, and her style fits the WNBA big time. Somewhat of a women's version of Allen Iverson.
Absolutely. That's a great comparison. I wouldn't say Magic. Nice. And she passes like Magic, but she's not very, very tall like Magic was in comparison, the point guard. So, yeah, I would say Iverson, or I would say, you know who I would say too? Jason Kidd.
Oh, I like that.
Maybe Jason
He's just
Kidd.
A better scorer.
Right, a better score, right. Arlie, what's your second favorite or your third favorite sport after football or basketball?
Mine probably would be track. If I was a little girl, it would have been tennis because my daddy used to make me sit and watch tennis, and that's before we had the Serena and the Venus. I would always watch like John McEnroe with his temper tantrums and somebody else. I forgot who the woman was. It might have been Billie Jean King.
Okay.
I don't know, but they were, great, but it was nothing like it is now. So probably would be track and field and then tennis.
Okay. Tree, what about you?
I like basketball.
After basketball and football, give me next.
Track and field.
Okay. You mentioned that earlier that y'all was hot for the track and field guys.
Because they are really sleek. They have nice bodies. Plus, I ran track. Let's just say that I ran. Yes, I ran the 4x1 and I ran the 400 and I ran the 100. I ran the 4x1 and the 220. I cannot get it out.
4x1. So 100 meter 4 times, 4 different people. Okay. So Ollie, you were kind of fast. You got any video? I want to see that.
I'm gonna find some video because nobody believes I ran the third leg.
Oh, third leg is important. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, that third leg is around the curve.
It is. That's why I also read the 220. Well, they called it a 220, but now I think it's just a plain 200.
Yes, ma'am.
But back when we were in school, I ran the 220. It was a 220. So I ran the third leg most of the time. Joe, I wasn't fast as the other two people that did the 1 and the 4th legs. I was in the middle.
Okay, Joe. Your third favorite sport? You said WNBA.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
What's yours, Doug?
Huh?
What's yours?
Boxing. I'm a huge boxing fan. Yeah. I take boxing before baseball. Baseball probably come in 4th for me. Boxing I love boxing. And it's not, and have y'all noticed that not really a lot of big boxing events? It seems like it's not a lot of big boxing events like it used to be.
It used to be.
Yeah, because UFC, they want to see more hardcore blood splattering all over the place.
Yeah.
Just America with 3 Ks.
There's nothing more exciting for a Saturday fight night when Tyson was fighting.
Right. Yes.
When Roy Jones Jr. was fighting.
Absolutely.
Like you don't really see that no more. Like even
not the same
fight parties.
Right. Fight parties.
I was
like
invited
when last
to
time you been to a fight party?
Yes.
it's
I
different.
went to a fight in Vegas, and I went just for the fashion and the everything because I don't like boxing. I think it's so barbaric. But I've met Muhammad Ali, which I'm gonna have to find my picture with him. It was amazing, and just being in that whole atmosphere, it's just so electric. But I don't want to see people punch. Your goal is to punch me in my face multiple times until I pass out. That just seems harsh.
I just remember, and I'm trying to look up who it was right now, and you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. When I was in Pensacola, Florida, first job out of college, so we talking 1994, Roy Jones fought, I think it was Bernard Hopkins. I'm looking at the date right now.
I mean, I remember being in my house. I think I had Kayla then, and that man bit that man's ear. Like
Mike Tyson. Mike
these
Tyson.
were big. What happened to Lennox Lewis? These were big.
No,
events.
he bit Holyfield's ear.
Yeah, that one. But
You know
I don't know why I thought of Lennox Lewis.
Because he was very fine. He was a fine man.
It was James Toney. James Toney and Roy Jones Jr. fought in November 18th, 1994. I was at a fight party. Roy Jones is from Pensacola, first of all, so it was probably a little extra sauce added to it, being in Pensacola, Florida. And this fight party was like legendary. It was like a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Like fight parties back then, they were big time events.
Yes.
And it's just not the same anymore like that. All right, pick of the day. We got pick of the day.
All right, so nobody told Joe to get a pick of the day. Sorry about that.
He got to do one with his kids.
Joe, when we come back on Thursday, this is the part of the show where we do a pick of the day. And if you have one you want to send me, go ahead and email it. I can certainly put it up.
Any pick doesn't have to do with anything, a certain thing, or anything like that. Just something you think is a good conversation starter.
Picture.
Right. Okay, so let me put them. Well, you know what? I'm not putting them in there. I'll go first. Arlie, because y'all's are actual pictures and mine isn't.
What is yours?
Okay.
I mean, well, it is a picture, but you said we could do whatever we want. So this is my pick of the day. Now, I assume that the chat will know who this motherfucker is.
Okay.
So this weekend, I'm trying to get all my work done. So I haven't been going out a lot. I went out on Friday, but I've been staying home and because I'm going to the Q's thing next week, and then I'm going out of the country. So
going to Detroit for the Detroit boat ride the Q's have every year.
Right.
Okay.
So that means that during my breaks from recording, I sit and watch TV.
Tree is a voice actor. Is that the proper actress? Is that the proper phrase or term?
I'm a narrator. I'm that girl. So now I told you, Doug, when we talked on Friday to watch The Polygamist, because everyone had been saying this is a character. His name is Jonas, but it's spelled Jonsi. So in Africa, it's Jonasi. Anyway, the show is called The Polygamist. People are watching it. It's all people are talking about. This motherfucker right here. Now, what do you know polygamy to be, Douglas?
Polygamy, is that when you're married to more than one woman?
Right.
Okay.
And Arlie, when you are a polygamist, are you aware that there are other wives?
Yes.
Okay. So in this Netflix
wait a minute.
show,
I misunderstood your question, Arlie, just now.
I asked her if you are in a polygamous relationship. Speaking of Ryan going
polyamorous.
Okay.
No, not polyamorous.
It's just loving more people.
Is a marriage, okay.
Which is illegal in the United States.
In that space, you know that there's another wife.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
So I don't want to give it away because I really need you to watch it. But this motherfucker right here had me on edge. Starting Thursday, I started watching it and I had to literally stop at episode 7 because it was very triggering to see what was unfolding from the female's perspective. And so
is this season 1 or season 2? What?
It's season 1 and it's shot in Africa. The producers, the writer of the book, their parents Their parent, they are a product of these kinds of relationships. And so it really effed me up this weekend. Joe, I don't want to be a second wife, a third wife. If I had to be in this, I could do the first. I would prefer to be the first wife because I feel like I'm going to get, I'm going to be able to run everything. But Douglas, I'm telling you.
Okay, I'm going to give it a shot.
But I want to warn you, in the year of our Lord 2026, you would think that dubbing, the audio dubbing would be better. I just need you to hang in there with the dubbing because it is African. So
this is an African-based series.
Yes.
Oh,
but what she did in the end, oh my God.
Okay, so in Africa, they have a lot more polygamous or polygamy type relationships. Okay.
They say that it's kind of written behind one of the most famous polygamists in South Africa. Now, it had me so messed up. I have a couple of very important people. One is African. I had to have a serious conversation with him this weekend because I know that his father had 2 wives. He had 2 wives. I can't remember if his mom was the first or the second, but he assures me that that is a practice that, he doesn't get down with. Not that I intend to marry him or anything, but it really messed with me. And if you got, it looks like the chat has been watching it. Doug, I want to encourage you. This is genocide. Well, it's Jonas, but it's spelled Jonsai. And don't have no children around if you're watching it.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Yeah, I promise I won't do that.
That's my pick for the week because he held my spirit hostage. And I typically am very mindful of what I watch, Joe, but it was good.
Okay.
My goodness.
All right. Arlie, let's get Arlie's pick of the day.
I mean, I feel like I should have gone first because she took about 20 minutes.
That's Papa Arlie.
It was the first time for everything, right?
Oh my God. I feel bad only because mine is so simple. It's my daddy. We're at the Braves game. Happy Father's Day.
And he only has 1 wife.
Happy Father's Day, Arlie.
Yes, that's my daddy. That's Bobby, the farmer, CNN hero. Y'all want some fresh fruits and vegetables? Main Street in College Park, the Metro Atlanta Urban Farm. His life's work. He quit and got an even bigger job to be a farmer. So,
that's dope. You took your dad to a Braves game for Father's Day weekend. That's great, Ollie. You're a great kid.
Were there a lot of people there?
It was full. I took the picture at the very end. And people were leaving because the Braves lost like 8-2, or 8-3, I think. But they won. My daddy let me know that. I said, "Oh, they having a slump." He said, "No, they didn't. They won 2 of the 3." I said, "Well, when I was there the last weekend, they were in a slump last weekend. That's not this weekend. They only lost 1." I was like, "Back off, sir, with your little Braves." So he loves the Braves.
Was it traffic getting there? Because earlier we were talking about how it's really not a lot of traffic right now, as they predicted.
My daddy is very, very on time. I am very, very, very late. So I sent them on ahead because I was still at church, and they got there before time because we were in the Delta whatever space. And so they had, had a parking pass and they had tickets. They could go down there and get food. And when I got there, they were eating ice cream. He has a little mentee here, a young man from Alcorn State University who is spending his summer working at the farm because he's an ag major.
Agriculture. Okay.
So, yep.
Right.
So he had that young man is sitting on the other side of daddy, and my mama sitting on the other side of me.
We got a big agriculture program at South Carolina State too.
Y'all sure do.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. I hope y'all got a chance to do this flight.
All right, Douglas.
Did you get one from Joe? Did you get one from Joe?
I was just about to ask him.
Yes, I sent it.
Okay, very
so
good.
We can do mine real quick. Mine real quick is pertinent kind of to the conversation we just had. And you're watching the 2 Hour Stews Experience.
About polygamy?
No, man. Boxing.
Oh, you sent it here.
Boxing. This is rest in peace, the great Ricky Hatton. This is one of our trips to Vegas for, let's see, can we even see that? I can see a sign in the background.
I see Hatton.
Oh, so he was fighting?
I
Yeah,
hope
had to
not.
be.
He took a little season.
I was thinking this was for another fight because I don't remember us actually talking to the fighters that were fighting that particular weekend beforehand. So maybe he was. Maybe he did come through Radio Row and talk to us and do an interview. But
His fist doesn't look that big.
Huh?
His fist.
Oh, he's a small guy, Joe. Look, I'm 5'11" and a half. And he,
I'm sorry. I laughed out loud. I'm so sorry.
what's so funny? What's so funny?
I was laughing at my phone.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's a little guy. What's so funny?
Nothing.
So this was, I guess now thinking about it, seeing a sign on the back with his name, this was the weekend he fought Floyd Mayweather Jr. Had to be. So rest in peace to Ricky Hatton, man. Passed away, I think, last year. I can't even remember what the circumstances were. But good dude. We interviewed him. You talk about fans from Europe showed up to support this guy, and he got his ass kicked to the highest of ass kickness-tivity. But he was a cool dude. We interviewed him, and he was a cool guy. Rest in peace.
Did you pick that because of the topic you came up with, or that's just the alignment?
I picked that on the fly because I forgot to send it to you before the show this morning too. And I realized about 15 minutes ago that I didn't send you my pick of the day. And it tied into what we were talking about earlier with the sports. So it made perfect sense.
Cool. 1 second, because when y'all send me text pictures, it doesn't render properly. So let's see what's happening. No worries. I got a fix for everything.
Right? It's okay. Because we're going to take some time today.
And you're watching the Two Live Stews Experience. Doug Stewart, Ryan is out today.
I'm sorry. It's pixelated, but.
Yes. So what this was all about, this was on Saturday. I was invited to the Friendship Community Church to be on the panel. And the topic or the theme was overcome it. And my son was able to be in there and listen and watch. And he said to me, he was so proud of me afterward. Much respect. He said that. So that was Saturday. And then yesterday, obviously, was Father's Day. And so it just, meant a lot, man. That's a stand-up guy right there.
That's what's up. Oh, that's great. Hey,
How
Joe.
much taller is he than you, Joe?
I'm not going to tell the untruth about my height like my good friend Doug.
Wait,
my son is 6'2", and I am 5'10" and a quarter.
Oh, wow. We got these quarters be mattering, boy.
What size shoe this young man got?
I know.
13s?
Yes.
He's still growing then. He probably gonna grow another inch or two.
I think so, Doug.
God damn.
He's a quarterback too, right?
Yes, he's a quarterback.
Oh, my goodness.
Let's go, nephew.
Wait.
Have they said anything about redshirting him, or what's the process?
Prep school. He will be going to prep school, and what happens in the Army with the prep school is if you don't quite get the qualifications to go on the varsity, you go to prep school first.
Okay.
There you go.
But that's
Joe.
somewhat like a red shirt.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, all right. There you go.
I feel like he might be your twin. I'm trying to see.
I want to also talk about all this hair you have. May I ask how old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
49.
That is a lot of hair. You are Samsoning over here.
It's a little grown out. Normally I have my wig.
No, I'm just saying, do you understand your crown is coveted? Black men don't be having all this hair. That's your hair.
It's all based on your father. If your father got hair at an old age, you should have hair at your age.
That's
spectacular. Joe got a unit.
Age. Yeah.
Joe got a unit. Don't let him fool you. He go over there. Look it up. Put it on there.
No way.
All right, guys. We gotta finish. We have a little bit of chat.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's read the chat, and then Arlie, thank you so much, Arlie.
Have a great week. Y'all be safe out there.
See you Thursday, right?
Yep.
All right, cool.
All right.
All right, let's read these chat messages.
Finish
Let me
up.
pull up the ones from.
Yeah, go ahead and get yours together.
No, you go ahead. You go ahead. I gotta find mine. It takes a second for me to log into it and all of that stuff.
Thank you, everybody, for your donations. Till Dog 12, happy Father's Day to you. If you give me the Harlem Nights trio of Fox, Pryor, and Murphy, I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah,
that was good.
They didn't have Red Fox on. They didn't have Red Fox on the meme, did they?
No, they didn't.
I don't think they did. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Tildall, for the donations, folks. Thank you.
From Loose Neck Side, Caitlin Clark lost to the Dream twice in 3 days. Respect Ryan's privacy during this difficult time.
Whatever. Thank you for the donation, Loose Neck. Appreciate you.
On here today. What could he say? What could he say about that?
I don't know what he would say. Some foolishness.
It's someone else's fault.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, did y'all see the Obama's library celebration?
I saw the recap.
Yeah.
I didn't see it when it was going on live.
I didn't see it when it was going on live either. Like you, I saw the recaps, but it just made me so happy. I love Black people. I just love us.
I love me too.
They look good. The music. People love that man. Okay, yeah. Love him.
I mean, come on, man. Look at the contrast from Obama to this guy.
Right. Well, interesting.
Big difference.
Enough, like yesterday in the morning, Diaper Don was texting some Chicago stats on murders this weekend, like in an effort to try to,
to diss Obama because he's from Chicago.
Yeah. Don't nobody like you, and because everybody came to his celebration.
Right, he's very simple.
Idiot, loose neck.
Very simple.
The day Doug discovered AI was the day he stopped being shorter than everyone.
What does that mean? I don't even know what that means.
You don't?
Why you got a picture of eBay and Thelma on your logo, your icon?
Because Africans and polygamy.
Oh, okay.
Wasn't he gonna have a lot of wives too?
eBay? Yes. That's why they didn't do it.
Right.
That's why they didn't do it, because at the very end of the episode, he let slip out that she was gonna be one of his wives.
I put my friend through the ringer this weekend because it was just like
your African friend. She's African.
Yes, yeah. I just had so many questions, and I feel suspicious now. Like it's no good.
Your friend is really one of 8 wives, and she's just never told you this?
No, this is a guy. This is a man.
Or your guy friend has 8 wives.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. His dad had his mom and another wife.
Wow.
And so yeah. From Sydney Action Jackson, thank you so much. If Jameis can get suspended for saying F them in the P, then Sorsby can get suspended for being a gambling crackhead.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Doug, go ahead, and then I can finish this chat.
Shouts out to Loose Neck Side donating $20 to the cause. Thank you, Loose Neck. There's the studio audience. There we go. And he just put building fun. Shouts out to John T, who donated $10. And John T says, love the show. Keep it going. Thank you, John T. Hold on with the studio audience. And that's it. That's it right now. All right. Go back to you, Tree.
Back to you, Tree. Carrie Portis.
Donations.
Happy birthday, Carrie Portis. 54.
Happy birthday, Carrie Portis.
Happy Father's Day to you.
Happy Father's Day to you too, brother.
Black people are not aging anymore. I don't think.
Carrie Portis got on a crown, like you just said. That man got hair on top of hair.
A head full of hair.
Oh, he might be younger than me though.
Doug, did you watch The Dragon last night or no?
No, I got some.
I didn't watch it. I gotta go to bed, so I'm gonna watch it today. Game of Thrones, The House of Dragon is back.
Okay.
Loose Neck. Doug started singing in the Lincoln Memorial.
I don't find. I don't even know what that means. I don't even know what that means.
You know the algae in the pool. You heard about that, right? He spent 14. The clown the crown in
Orange
charge.
clown. Uh-huh.
Yeah, he spent $14 million. First, he blamed the pool being dirty on Obama. It was Obama, I think.
Yes.
And then he sucked it all out, painted it, put the water back in, and now the pool, and it was supposed to be blue, like to represent America. And now, about a week or two later, it's algae. The water's green now. The ninja can't catch a break.
He's a dumbass. Go ahead.
Can't catch a break. Okay. Carter OS 6SR. The student athletes all go through a gambling workshop, and it's taught that gambling means a lifetime ban. All schools have to go through it to adhere to NCAA guidelines.
Bottom line, you can't have the games, the fans, the people that pay money for tickets and for merchandise and everything. They can never think that the games are fake or the games are fake.
You're absolutely correct, Doug.
So I understand so coming down hard on anybody that has been caught gambling. I understand it.
I do think it's a difference, though. Well, I don't, but it's slightly different if he's gambling on his team to do well.
Right.
Yeah, but how do you know he isn't?
Right.
How do you know?
That's correct.
And I really want to understand your position, Douglas. I'm a girl, so I tend to lead with emotions, but about the domestic violence and how are you saying that
domestic violence doesn't affect the games? As harsh as that
doesn't
sounds,
affect the ticket sales or anything?
No, that's a personal matter. You see what I'm saying? When you gamble on sports or in particular your team, you're involving your job. That's the best way to put it. Gambling involves your job. You can get fired from your job. Something that happens between you and your wife, as bad as it is, that's a personal matter. And it's handled at home behind closed doors.
Even though we've talked about those organizations wanting to be family oriented.
Yeah.
Especially like with the Magic City conversation. We don't want polls, but there are no consequences from teams when there's domestic violence.
Well, I mean, yeah, Ray Rice. We mentioned Ray Rice earlier.
Right.
He basically lost his career, choking out his girlfriend in the elevator or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Raymond Sutton, over 9,000 bets is crazy. I mean, damn, he's only but so old. That's over 12 bets a day, every single day for 2 years.
That seems impossible to me.
He's addicted.
It's a lot.
That's a lot. That's a lot, man. That's a lot of wagering, sir.
Chuck Wagon 1195. You have to protect the shield, as they say. He has an addiction that could possibly impact the integrity of the game.
The integrity of the game. That's the word that I should have been using. That's the word. The integrity of the game. If fans ever think that the games are being fixed, in effect, that's the wrap. That the business is a wrap.
A wrap.
It's a wrap.
Dr. Batmite. The problem is that these leagues have a problem with women. They are more sympathetic to dogfighting than women getting beaten. That's sick.
Very true.
Yeah,
that's very
exactly.
True.
And until one of these sponsors or women advocates say that I'm not going, I'm not donating money, I'm not buying the tickets, they'll straighten up.
Right, exactly.
Domestic abuse is bad in real life. Gambling on your team is worse in pro sports life. It directly affects the business at hand. That's Raymond Sutton.
Yep.
Sydney Action Jackson. Half of the NFL commercials are for gambling sites. These big money companies sponsoring the NFL don't want a motherfucker who is gambling, who is an addict out here. The perception is this guy is fixing games. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Jalen. Yes. So Jalen posted this when we were having Viagra talk.
Is this Jalen Brunson posted this Viagra talk? Oh, Jalen Simpson. He just got Jalen Brunson with his silly looking braids.
Doug, I thought you were saying that Viagra was helping with weight loss. So
no. I mean, it's two different things. Game-changing drugs over our lifetime.
But yeah, Jalen Simpson, I agree with you. Being hard for 4 hours is ridiculous. Yeah. Now, we're not going to one and done, no, but
4 hours? That seemed like it would hurt. 4 hours is so hard.
Those pills make you. It's ridiculous. And don't think we don't know.
It sounds like you want to comment. Like you got more to say about this issue. Go ahead, say it.
All I'm gonna say is, don't think we don't know. Don't think we don't know, because that is not realistic. That's all I'm gonna say. Okay, let me see your paperwork. My chart. From Fly Tie, man, they got some beasts out there on the circuit. Serena not winning no major tennis tournament.
Nah, I don't think she's gonna win this year. Like I said, I don't think. And maybe he wrote this before I made my comment. Like, I look at this more so as getting acclimated to competitive tennis again. And maybe she goes through the whole circuit this coming tennis season, and this time next year when Wimbledon comes around again, then she can make a real run at it at 45 years old at that time.
Loose Neck wants us to know that he misses Sean. Sean Mims hasn't been in the chat. He's probably helping Trump with his reflecting.
Yeah, he popped in one day last week, I think.
Yeah,
with a donation.
he gave generously.
And
Sean,
he made some type of comment like maybe his schedule has changed or something like that. So
come on back in the room.
Yeah.
Julius 29C, those whole ass NFL could have had a young Warren Moon.
Yep. Man had to go to Canada for like 5 or 6 years. You know, he won. I think I heard this stat correctly. Warren Moon, when he was in Canada, he played in Canada 6 years. They won I forgot what the championship.
Grey Cup.
The Grey Cup. They won the Grey Cup every year as him as a starting quarterback for his team up there in Canada.
And you know that counts as his Hall of Fame career, what he did in the professional over there in Canadian football. So they combined all.
Right.
Uncle Mike says he's watching The Polygamist. Thank you for your donation, Uncle Mike. He says they use voiceovers because of the strong accents. They're clearly speaking English if you read their lips. I watched 14 episodes. I'm so sorry. Was your wife there, Uncle Mike? I need to know that. So I have seen a couple of TikToks of women who got booked to do those voiceovers for these actresses, but the people that are in this are English speaking because they are all over TikTok as well. This is huge, Douglas. Watch it.
Okay, I'll give it an episode.
Now there's 22 episodes. Uncle Mike, you must have been left to your own devices yesterday. Happy Father's Day. Because after 7, I had to stop.
I don't like the
I was
little
gonna kill a ninja.
What's it called? When they show the words at the bottom, what do they call it?
Oh, I do put on the captions. Caleb puts them on my TV, so I just leave them there. But that's gonna make you pay attention. Mr. Robinson. Mr. Robinson.
My man, 100 grand. Corey Robinson, 704. Thank you, team.
Thank you so much. We miss you too. Welcome back. Welcome back to the playground.
Thank you, Corey. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you, brother.
Let's see. We're almost done here. Okay. Shadur Jalen Simpson 11. Shadur Sanders' numbers are inflated. If we are willing to have an honest conversation, Shadur is at best an average NFL quarterback.
I don't believe that.
You have to be honest and realistic.
Here's the thing that I don't believe that, and I do think that there was some call from somewhere to not draft him.
Thank you, Jalen.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, I'm gonna say it.
Hold on.
Mel Kiper said in 30-something years, you can say all you want about Mel Kiper. Mel Kiper said in 30 years of doing this, researching these players, researching the draft, he has never thought a guy was going to go high in the first round and not go to the 5th. That's never happened. Yeah. And you, once again, you can say all you want about Mel Kiper, but he ain't that off. He's not first round and it misses and the guy didn't go to 5th round. That never happens.
Doug, I had to self-check myself because when I evaluated Shadur Sanders, I did not see 5th round.
Absolutely.
And for him not to start, only 2 or 3 games this past season because of Dylan Gabriel and Joe Flacco, something in the water is fishy. Right. I just don't know what.
Right.
Hit the like button.
All of y'all that's still in here, hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you, Brother McDowell.
Sydney Action Jackson says, boy, it's great to be white. No black player could be caught gambling and still have a chance at the NFL.
I think it'd be less chance.
Correct.
Than what the Storms we guys getting.
But
just by the way things work. Just by the way things work. Yeah.
And so if we know that, then we have to play the game.
Yep.
So
definitely a game.
No pun. From Raymond Sutton, it's like Kung Fu flicks back in the day with the dubbing. Yeah.
What?
Doug. But see, first of all, let me just say this. You have to watch.
You killed my teacher. And I will kill you now.
It's bad. It's bad? It's sometimes, like in some places. And then the other thing I want to say is their episodes are only 25, 28 minutes.
Oh, okay. Now that's good. I like
that. So you can run it.
Okay, good.
Julius 29C, let's not act. This is true. The Bible. Abraham.
Well, he wasn't talking about the Bible tree. You brought in the Bible. He's talking about street level. Back in the day, especially in New York City, from the stories I heard from my uncles and whatnot, everybody in New York City had two families. One in Brooklyn, one in the Bronx, one in Harlem, one in Queens.
But as wives?
No, I mean, yeah. I think the talk was wives. You never gonna happen upon your husband and his other wife because you're never in that borough. You're never going to see them. As so many people in New York, they're never going to run into each other. So it was frequent they did that type of thing, allegedly.
I watched Big Love every season. I enjoyed it thoroughly on HBO. This was about the Utah polygamist, and it was very good. Again, I gotta be first, and then I like the arrangement. She didn't gotta go 4 hours with the ninja every night because it's someone else to service. And then they're getting their checkups and they're helping with the kids. But the problem with the polygamist on Netflix is Jonas. Nobody knew. And last but not least, Thelma was going to be his first wife, which is supposed to be beneficial over any and all other wives.
Right. That's what eBay said, that you're going to be my first wife. I'm not going to promise you. That's what it was. I'm not going to promise you I'm not going to get other wives. That's just how we do it over there in Africa.
And
but you're going to be first. That means you have certain privileges and da-da-da-da-da-da. That's what he's trying to explain.
He was very calm as he's speaking to her. No, Thelma, you are good. Yeah.
And I think, and if I remember correctly, after seeing all these episodes at least 5 times each, I think James was already gone from the series, because if James were there, he would have beat his ass. He would have beat EBA ass. So I'm pretty sure James wasn't on that episode of Good Times.
Loose Neck wants to know where he can find my voice work. All I'm gonna say is something was posted this weekend on Threads, and we got in trouble for it. You could just Google me. That's all I'm gonna say. And make sure you have on headphones. Please. Joe, thank you for coming into the space.
My man, Joe Grand, 100 grand. Thank you, Joe.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate your treat.
Thursday can't get here fast enough.
Huh?
Thursday cannot get here fast enough. I had a blast, brother.
You back Thursday for a second go round. My man, Joe Hamilton, 1999 Heisman Trophy winner. At least he should have been. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, homeboy.
No worries.
When the last time you been home, man?
I just came from home.
Okay.
About a month ago.
Okay. Hey, man. Our neck of the woods is growing. To say it's growing is an understatement. Like, it's ridiculous what's going. They got traffic in Monk's Corner going out in the morning.
Right before you get to Applebee's, when you cross over the bridge coming from my way, where the Walmart is at.
Right.
I mean, it's a whole new.
Yeah, just a lot of growth is going on in Charleston, and is moving north. It's moving north with Cane Bay and all these different communities spotting up with 400 and 500 houses in these subdivisions. It's unbelievable the growth going on in the Low Country, man. It is unbelievable.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, Nexton, Cane Bay, It's unbelievable. If you got some land down there in the low country, hold on to it as long as you can. Or you're going to get top dollar.
The only thing about it is that what's different from the city, like here in Atlanta, they're not going up. It's almost land going like width, not going. It's not tall buildings.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I don't think there'll ever be that scenario. The reason they have tall buildings in New York is because they don't have enough. They don't have no more land.
Yeah,
we got much land. We got much land. Hey man, once again, thank you for coming on today, Joe, and helping out with the show.
Yes,
being
sir.
a part of the show, not helping out. You're a part of the show. Ron will be back next week, Monday. He out playing golf in Utah. Be careful, sir. Make sure you go to other podcasts and drop peace sign, which actually represents 2, and then type in 2 live stews or type in live stews, peace sign, live stews, and other podcasts, chat rooms. That's a little bit of our guerrilla marketing. We'll be back Thursday, man. Y'all be careful in them streets. Be careful. Peace.
Peace.